Well. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. Mike and T. Easus in the house. What up, Easus?
Oh, hello.
How are you, pal?
Great.
Doing okay?
I'm doing good.
I know you're feeling a tad under the weather.
A little bit, but I feel better now, which is weird. It's been a weird day, I guess. I don't know what it was.
Way to rally. Nice
Yeah,
job.
sure. I hope so.
Exactly.
I hope it's nothing.
He's going to give us something. I was like,
I warned-
maybe he gives me something, I get really bad COVID and die. That could work.
That was right.
All right.
I really probably should have asked T-Roy if he cared that I came over.
I didn't care at
because
all.
I asked Mike, I'm like, hey, I'm just letting you know. I want to be responsible.
Well, I was like, if you're going to make out with anyone, kiss T, not me. You know, I don't want to get it that way. But if I'm just in the room.
Now I wish I would
casually.
have switched the mic covers over there.
Oh, boy. Well, he hasn't been on that mic.
No, but
Nobody's
I'll be
talking
on
about
that
today.
one tomorrow.
Well, you can still switch tomorrow.
Yeah.
You'll be all right. How you doing, T?
Oh, I'm all right.
I like your
suppose.
T-shirt.
Thank you.
Pure Militigan, the Chris Army. Mm-hmm. For our boy J. Chris Newberg. I hope everyone's enjoyed his stand-up special.
Oh yeah.
He's been just pounding the streets, man. He's been pounding.
Yeah,
the
you got to get it
pavement,
out
as
there
they
for
say.
sure.
Yeah, it's hard, because I know it. Every time someone goes, oh, how do I find your podcast? I'm like, ugh, I just roll my eyes. It's like, okay, we're going to go through this bullshit where I give you a way to get it, and then you never listen to it. So
I go on their freaking phone and just put it in. And
Yeah.
if they listen or not, they
There
do.
you go.
But
yeah,
They'll tell you.
they won't.
I know, but that's at least I know that's in there somewhere.
Yeah, I know people, listeners that are like, yeah, man, I've been listening like crazy for the last 3 months. I had a friend that tried to get me to listen for 4 years, and and I finally did, and I love it. It's like, yeah, I know. That's usually how it goes. So
You know what's funny?
We get stuck in this weird position of like, you're gonna make me do this where I give you the fucking web address or
We're
whatever.
doing this dance. Is this what we're doing?
We're doing the dance now. Okay, I'll give it to you, and you pretend like you can't wait to listen to it, and then you never do.
What's funny about
Awesome.
Newberg is this has nothing to do with his album or anything or his special, but he's gone like all in on whatever happens with anything that happens with Massey still. I don't know if you noticed this, but he's gone all
He's
in.
pounding Massey.
Like he has no problem going, oh, maybe if he made his own music. And so
Yeah.
Massey had a thing recently where he's in an airport.
Yeah,
and
I
he's at-
saw that. He's at some airport and he's
eating
stranded.
at fucking United and shit.
At Pete Buttigieg.
It does work if you tweet at United, but at Pete Butt Plug or Buddha
my
Plug.
God.
whatever
Now,
his
am I
name is.
wrong? He's in South. He's not from there, right?
He was in South Dakota trying to get back to Denver.
No, but that's not where
I think.
Buttigieg. Isn't he from?
No,
somewhere
he's
else?
the travel secretary.
transportation secretary.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. I forgot.
For the soup administration.
Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah. They needed to fill
So
that.
he thought
they needed to fill the quota with a gay.
He thought Pete was going to swing in there and come de-ice the planes for him.
Why would the former mayor of Indiana fucking have anything to do with
No, I completely
Mayor of
forgot
Indiana.
that. That's
Or
why.
mayor. What is he? The mayor
Fort
of
Wayne.
Fort Wayne, Indiana.
That's why I was confused because I forgot that happened. I'm like, dude, he's not from there, right? Like, what is he just adding any Democrat he knows or something? Like,
Please help me, Democrats. You're my only hope.
and it's
Posse
like,
up.
it's so. By the way, no offense, like no one likes getting fucking caught in a plane in an airport. Obviously, who the fuck would like it?
Yeah.
But he's like tweeting at Del. I even DM'd you and nothing, ignoring me, and it's like,
Yeah.
what are they gonna say? But anyway, point is Newberg chimed in on
People do respond when it's like at United or at Delta. I had a shit flight, and you'll see them like, "Oh," they panic and respond because I had an issue.
They will if it's like a racist thing or if it's like I don't think they're gonna do it.
I
for
think
just
they
like,
will, not for like de-icing of the plane, like his issue. He's stranded. Like, go fuck yourself.
Right.
Sorry. Take it up with Mother Nature. Leave us out of it. Yeah. But
No, your flight got canceled.
Get those
That's never
workers,
happened
get
to
those-
anybody ever before.
Get
that
those
would
fucking
suck to spend 3 days though trapped at an airport because they can't de-ice a plane.
He's going to a nice hotel.
He's got his
not
guitar. You
sleep-
know how much money he could make sitting there?
Right.
He's not
He-
sleeping on the floors of the.
You want him
fucking-
to just busk outside of a hotel somewhere?
He's just
in
going back to
Salt
the
Lake?
pizza place in Denver anyway. What the hell?
That's in Utah. I had an issue though with what did I fly? I flew American back. So I had a leg of my flight from San Jose to Phoenix and then Phoenix to Detroit, and I'm next in line. And so we go out to eat at some restaurant, and then I'm like, why don't we swing by the airport? Because I'm trying to change this flight to get a couple extra days. You know how that all went out, and so I'm like, let's just swing by. The airport's 10 minutes from the house. Let's just
Swing by the airport.
San Jose, it's a
I don't
smaller
think anybody
airport.
has ever said those words. Let's
Right?
just swing by the airport.
Well, here's why. Here's why I said that. Because San Jose is a very small airport.
Yeah, I'm honestly.
Hold on, E.
Oh, no, I was going to defend you.
Yeah, okay.
I was going to say, there are small airports out there where you can totally just.
Yeah,
fucking,
and there was no one there. It was a ghost town.
Yeah.
and
Sure, you
it was
can, but whoever has, and who's ever muttered
No,
those
I've
words.
never
Let's
have.
just swing by the airport.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you why I did, because all day I was trying desperately to redo this flight, and it would get to the final step, and then it'd be like, I don't know what to do. The website would just go, I don't know.
Oh, that fucking sucks.
And you're like, and my flight's now tomorrow morning. It's the next morning, and I'm like, fuck, I've got to talk to someone. So I go there. There's no one there. There's not even anyone at the front desk. That's how small this airport is. And they're like, yeah, there's one more flight coming in at 10 p.m. tonight from, Atlanta, and it's the last flight of the night. So they'll be down here again, 2 hours before that flight. So at like
Come
8
back in
o'clock,
and see you in an hour, Marge.
it's like 7 o'clock. They're like, yeah, in an hour, they'll be back down here and they can help you with whatever. So I go in there. There's one more flight leaving. So now there's 20 people in line. I'm third in line now, and I get up there, and I'm like, I just need to change this flight from tomorrow morning. And she's like, no problem at all. And starts going through it. So the person in front of me and the person in front of them gets through, no problem. And I'm standing there. She's like, okay. And I just need a card to do the, it's like a $50 fee to change the flight, which I thought it was going to be more, actually.
Right.
And so no big deal. I'm like, okay. And she goes to put it through, and it doesn't go through. It's like, there's plenty on that card. There's at least $100 on that card. There should be no problem.
At least 100.
Right? I could change this flight twice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. So
I could change this flight twice.
Don't give me this shit like my card didn't go through. There's at least $100 on there. So I give him another card, and that doesn't go through. All of a sudden, it becomes apparent. Now this Asian lady next to me is trying to pay for her bag to get on the flight. She's got to pay the $30.
system went down.
And hers won't work. I'm like, well, it's not just me. And I know Asian people are way more responsible with their money. She's not fucked up. It turns out, as I'm there, halfway through my transaction,
Freudian slip.
Freudian slip, yeah. Halfway through my
tease.
transaction, the whole system collapses. Now, all those people that haven't paid for their bags yet, that were, all the people that were responsible and did it online, fuck them. We're keeping your money. All the other people, just give us your bags and fucking go to the flight.
Oh,
I'm
no
like,
shit.
oh, I had no idea that was possible. I'm there for 3 fucking hours. I end up sending my dad and brother are in the car waiting for me and my mom as we're waiting at the desk now. And I'm like, just go home. I'll
So
call
why
you
didn't they
when
just
we're
waive,
done.
if they ate the baggage fees, why didn't they just waive your change
Great
fee?
question. Great question. My brother asked the same thing. I said, I'll ask. I said, look, you've waived all these people. Fuck my processing fee of $60.
Yeah. Send me a bill.
Here's the difference. Your flight doesn't go anywhere right now. Their flight's leaving. We have to get them out of here. So we don't have a choice. The fact that your flight doesn't change until another, till tomorrow or 4 days from now on Friday when you're trying to change it to, stupid.
Yeah.
I know. Meanwhile, now the airport has cleared all these people out, and it's just me and my mom, and I'm just standing there, and they're like, I don't know. And I'm like, it's
time for me to go home.
It's time for me to get on Twitter at United or at American and be like, the fuck, man? I can't get this through. I'm standing here. I've got clearly $50 in my bank account. This should be no problem. But they ended up getting it through the next day. So they changed the flight, got everything. Like, you're still going to have to go in and pay, you motherfucker. You're not getting out of that.
Right.
But you can do that at home from tomorrow. And I'm like, all right, we'll see. And I'm like, well, if worst case scenario, I'm not afraid. I've never done it, but I'll fucking tweet.
Yeah.
I'll tweet right at them.
I'll throw one right out there.
By the way,
You still got your check mark.
Hell yeah. Oh, yeah, exactly.
You better use that
From
thing
a
before it
verified
fucking goes
account.
away.
Oh.
I have no idea what's going on with that, by the way. I'm not sure even.
Me either.
Is Elon Musk even running it anymore? I don't know.
I don't know. He did a Twitter poll and
And
asked if he should still do it.
And it
They
came up
said
no, right? Yeah.
I think he is going to back down.
Yeah, he owns it. He doesn't need to run it.
No.
Yeah.
Why don't you put a CEO in there that's
But just
knows what they're doing?
When you mentioned jokingly, obviously swinging by the airport, it did remind me, and I'm sure this happens at other very small ones. But Helena, where my brother used to live in Montana, fucking small fucking airport.
Yeah.
And they built a bar in there, and my brother said they were trying to. The bar was there partially with an intent of getting townspeople to come to the airport, have a few beers, watch the planes come in and
Dude,
out.
I get that
What the hell
feeling
else is there to watch?
No,
Even at Detroit Metro, it seems like a lot of those things, restaurants and shit, are just set up like, hey, let's go to DTW and have dinner. Like,
Well,
that's almost how it feels. It's not.
Yeah, because you got to go through security to
Yeah,
get to them,
true.
unfortunately.
But I don't think you do it in this Helena one. I think you can just
They
walk
probably don't
in.
even have security.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure they have something to get on the plane, actually.
I
But
flew to one in, I think it was Lexington. It was in Kentucky. I want to say it was Lexington. I was visiting Amy and her family. And it was like that where you like walked out onto the tarmac.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's how small the airport was. It was like, there's no one here.
right,
You know,
yeah, they
these-
had
these tiny
commercials, dude.
airports.
They had full-on commercials. Like he said in town, like, come on up to the airport.
What
Get
did
it-
your
get
brother
it-
do in
See what we're
Montana?
doing.
Basically, an environmental lobbyist.
Okay.
And like that one, full-on. I don't.
Why was I thinking he was like a weatherman or something?
That was I have another buddy that I have two friends that lived in Helena, Montana,
Okay,
randomly. But
okay.
yeah, I had another friend that did do weather.
Yeah.
in Helena, Montana.
Yeah.
And I think he still works on the news. as far
God,
as
I want to
know.
go there so bad.
It's cool.
I want to go there so bad. I want to go to Montana.
You're
After
all
watching
Yellowstoned up.
Dude, I am.
Yeah.
I am so Yellowstoned up. And then we were watching that documentary, that 150 Years of Yellowstone
Oh, yeah,
with
yeah.
Kevin Costner. And it's just, I can't believe how gorgeous it is and what they had to go through to prevent people from coming in and just destroying that land and just leaving it as a national park, the very first one in this country's history as a
Right.
national park. And just seeing, Old Faithful and just, the millions or hundreds of thousands of square, whatever.
Miles?
Square miles or no,
It
square
might even be more. I don't know.
acres,
Right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, of land. It's just gorgeous.
Look, that's what I'm going to say,
I mean,
man.
it'd be exhausting.
I don't
I'd
think
need a
it's square
moped or
acres. I
something.
think an
No,
acre
it's
is
just
square.
acres.
I don't know. I'm not going to get all into this by any means, but when you say some of that stuff, that is where you get into some of this, business versus what's better for the thing, and sometimes it's better to save some of this nature shit versus just
Oh,
having.
yeah.
But that's not how always how capitalism would work necessarily.
No.
It would
Well,
just come
it's
in.
funny.
Who gives a fuck? Let's put a
in
building
Europe,
there.
that's why Europe is not as nice as it is, because people just scooped up land and they
Yeah.
just put castles on
Right.
on the coast, where we've got a lot of pristine, land here in this country that's just protected.
Yeah.
And
It's awesome.
you can't build on it, and going up and down the coast of California, you see a lot of that. And it's so worth it. It's so worth it. And I know the Midwest has a lot of that too.
Yeah.
Which is very cool. I think those parks are amazing.
Oh, hell yeah. Nobody's got more shoreline than us.
No, and I wouldn't have cared about that when I was younger. As I get older and older, and
Start to appreciate those
oh my
things.
God, so much, man.
Stop and smell the roses.
So it's so true. It's so true. It's like, God, I'm glad I didn't make decisions for the
Right,
group when I
right.
was younger, because
Ah,
when I
fuck this.
I
Fuck
would
this
have regretted it a
waterfall or
lot
whatever.
now.
I don't know.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Damn that thing. Let's have a big pool in the
Yeah,
backyard
yeah.
of this nature preserve. We don't need a waterfall. Seeing these giant 350-foot waterfalls, it's just stunning.
Yeah.
Stunning beauty. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Was that had to be one of the prettiest places you went on your trip, wasn't it, E?
I mean,
Alaska.
taking out Alaska and Maine, I would say that the West was
Maine, really?
Maine was like the Upper Peninsula,
Yeah.
a lot like the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. At least what I experienced driving along. I mean, the coast so fucking beautiful.
I think we take the Upper Peninsula for granted.
Oh,
I know I do.
Hell yes,
I know
people
I do.
Luckily, I don't. But
I don't think you and Troy, both two guys sitting here with me right now, I don't. I don't
Well,
think you guys take it for granted.
I
Like
hadn't
do.
been there since I was a kid. I'd gone up there skiing.
Yeah.
When I was a kid.
Yeah.
And that was about
Well,
it.
there's been a resurgence recently too, by the way. Like my dad, and I'm not sure how everyone did, but my dad, he finally, way back when he started us going up to the bridge walk on Labor Day, we went up to the UP, and he was like, I don't think he'd ever been there. And
Yeah.
I think for a while, a lot of people didn't really go out. It's kind of become a little cooler, I think, in the last 10 years or so.
Yeah.
But it's still, you got to want to go up there.
Oh yeah.
That's
and you gotta. It takes a minute to get anywhere.
right.
There. I mean.
Yeah.
We,
yeah.
we 2 years ago, whatever it was, we did for Hat's birthday. We did
yeah, you did a
little,
shitload up there,
Yeah,
right? Like
we
Porcupine
did like
Mountains
that
and
was
stuff.
like
Very
a
cool.
lighthouse tour thing.
Yeah.
The year before, we had done the whole lower
Not
coast.
one that's planned. You planned it yourself. I watched you do it for months,
yeah,
weeks, or
yeah.
months.
But I mean, trying to figure out what to do. But I mean, like that. I've calculated out after, and we were only gone like 5 days, I think.
Yeah.
which is not enough.
That's
time.
still pretty. I mean, were you
It's
gone
pretty
5
good.
days, or were you up there 5 days?
We were gone 5 days. So that's
You almost need, if you're going to go up there, you almost need a day to get up there, a day to get
basically
back.
exactly
but-
right. And that, but we covered essentially the whole zigzagged around the whole thing. And I realized when I got done, I calculated it out, and what I drove on that trip, I could have drove to Key West.
That's awesome.
Really?
Yeah,
I
that's
I could
crazy.
have drove to Key West
Wow.
on what the mileage that I put onto that on that trip.
No
I could have drove to
shit.
Key West.
Wow, that's a lot of driving.
That's a lot of
It
fucking
is.
driving.
You know what's cool about it? Like you've got your cottage tea, your family, your sister has one, and your family has one up in Canadian Lakes. I'm not going to give the address out, but
Great.
there's something.
Super overshare.
But it's a pretty big area. I don't think they'll find you. But anyway, like going up there and seeing like dirt roads in neighborhoods, and you come around a corner and there's just water, bodies of lake, and like all the activities that people do up there, like campfires and even stuff that real outdoorsmen wouldn't care as much for, like mini bikes and all that kind of stuff. Like I had so much fun over those 2 or 3 days, whatever. Great group of people, cooking food, hanging out, watching a sunset. Going out during the day and enjoying the lake, and then hopping on those little mini bikes and just fucking, you and I cruised all over that goddamn town.
Hell yeah.
And it was just, there's something about the smell of it. There's something about the friendliness of all the people out of the hustle and bustle.
Yep.
It's just,
That's why it's up north.
It's so to be appreciated, man.
It's a vibe.
I'm
up
not
north.
telling anything that anyone who does that doesn't already know. I understand that. But as someone who's lived here for so long,
You finally got a little piece of it.
well, I've been up there before when I was younger, and I've done the sand dunes, and I've done Mackinac, but not appreciated it like I should, I guess, is the best way to put it.
right.
I always say this about the UP. I'm glad you have to want to be up there.
Yeah.
Because honestly, like Copper, if you get way to the top, Copper Harbor and whatnot, Houghton, where all that stuff is, if you could just like zap there, it would get ruined.
True.
To be able to have to drive 8, 10, 12 hours, maybe take one of those flights, pretty expensive. You have to want to be there.
It's like mailing a letter versus tweeting something.
Yeah, for
You know what I
sure.
mean? You got to really have a complaint if you're going to sit down and pen a letter.
I'd say people that have like property and stuff. I mean, unless you have the time to be able to do it.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine trying to go up there.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
It's just such a commitment. It's a day drive there and back.
Dude,
basically.
yeah.
You
Get
lose it.
Airbnbs. This idea of owning a just kidding. You pay this. I'm just whatever.
No.
But you know what's funny? So I'm trying.
Start buying shit again because we're gonna lose everything.
Yeah. Well,
And like it. And
you're
like
not
it.
gonna. Yeah, you're not gonna have a choice.
so I've been trying to think of what I want
We're
to
having
do
that
different
meeting right now, by the way.
Oh yeah.
welcome to the-
yeah.
Yeah. Welcome to the generation of renters.
I'll just sleep I'll live in my van once that comes. I guess. I don't
That'll
know.
be awesome. That's what we all want to do.
I'm just kidding. But just real quick, I was going to say I've been trying to figure out what I was going to do this year. Now that I'm back home, I want to go to freaking something in Michigan. Have you always tried to do something different? So you know Beaver Island at all?
I do actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
Beaver.
Troy lives on Beaver Island, if you know what I'm saying.
I hear that.
No, actually,
Pussy.
I have a girlfriend that has had place up there forever.
Really?
And is actually just starting to build her house there.
Really?
Yeah.
So
Where-
Beaver
where's
Island is
Beaver?
It's a little bit by Muskegon, kind of. You go to Muskegon and you
just
got to
give
go.
me the
It's like
map,
an
dude.
out,
Where-
like out here.
Yeah.
It's like an
Okay.
Yeah.
So I was
So by
looking.
Wisconsin.
It's, I mean, not that far. It's not that
no.
far offshore, but
Right.
it's out. I mean, it's an island, so it's out in the
Yeah.
water.
Yeah.
But I was looking, and I was like, okay, this is something cool. I got the van. You can camp there, and there's a car ferry. You can take the van around the ferry.
You have a great music festival. And
That's
shit
where I was
there.
getting at, dude.
Oh,
I
yeah.
never heard of it before. And
On an island? That's
Yes.
Yeah, dude, it's big.
And
It's pretty
fucking
good.
Sponge is there this year.
Yeah.
Really?
Vinny with him and the Orbitsons, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're both doing sets
So
there.
Sponge and Orbitsons?
Yeah,
Mhm.
fucking
When
doing
is
sets
it?
there. End of July.
Oh, wow. We should try to do something with that.
I could probably set something up with.
Yeah. We could have Vinny on, and
Yeah,
we could have a
for
lot
sure.
of fun up there. That'd
Yeah.
be a blast, dude.
But I've already got my like.
We should do a whole fucking TDC podcast family, rent a bus, and go
I
up
agree.
there and-
I
Dig
agree.
it.
I'll already be
fun
there,
as
but I
shit.
agree.
He's turning back into a hippie. I love
Dude,
it.
yeah, I miss my
yeah,
hippie days.
here we go.
I miss it.
See?
It'd be fun
Glad
as
I brought
shit.
it up. There you go.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
No, for real though, I didn't know about it, and then I was like, "Fuck yeah, why not?" So,
Yeah.
and it's like, and it's not that bad of a deal. Like you pay $40 for your ticket because I bought it super early. Comes with camping,
Oh, really?
so it's
oh,
like
nice.
fucking $40 camping.
I don't
ticket.
think I can camp.
You don't have to.
Okay.
There's hotels
other
in town.
options,
There are
yeah.
hotels in town.
There's got to be options because honestly, I just don't think my body would hold up.
No, I
well.
gotcha.
Yeah.
There are
Laying
hotels in
outside.
town, and you can get they got a shuttle that goes back and forth or whatever you got to do.
Yeah.
But
I haven't been to a
Definite-
music festival in fucking forever, man. Like a real one.
yeah,
Well, one that you can go away and back to your place of, like the music festival vibe of like 2 days or 3 full days where it's like that terrifies me. I don't want anything to do with that.
Yeah.
But
I hear ya.
but if you can come and go and it's kind of an isolated area, I'd be up for that.
Sure.
My problem, I took Beth camping. She loves that kind of stuff, and so we went camping years ago, and I was like, I'm gonna fucking do this up. This is gonna be awesome. And I got
Do I know this? This isn't a Skoda, right? Because that was
no,
that was like
no.
a house. This
no,
is
that was
actual...
a rented house.
Did you get a tent?
Dude, I bought a tent, but here's what I did. I bought the biggest, dopest, most expensive tent you could.
Right.
And then I had a full-size queen mattress that was like full-size sheets deep. And she was like, why didn't we just stay at the Four Seasons? What the fuck is this? I had like a heater. And,
Yeah.
Right.
Like, it was so not camping.
Yeah.
And it was
spent
it
more
wasn't
on
even,
that shit than you would have on a hotel room.
Oh, for sure. For sure. It was like, what do they call it?
Like
Glamping?
camping.
Is it glamping?
Glamping,
Yes.
yeah,
It was
right.
like more than that. It was
Right.
like, this is as close as I can come to like being this.
Yeah.
I need a comforter and a
Yeah.
heater and, like so against what the whole
Right.
thing is.
Not sleeping in a sleeping
Although
bag on the ground,
Hell no.
chewing
Which
bark.
I have done, but although I will say the ridiculous thing in a way is I've started to make a joke about my minivan that really is just an $18,000 tent because
Yeah.
I love camping, love it, but I don't like setting up tents. I don't even mind sleeping on the ground. I have slept flat out just on the ground without a tent before, but I don't like setting up tents. And it is nice but I don't have enough money for an RV.
Have you looked into?
So a minivan is kind
maybe
of
they probably don't do it for that minivan, but a lot of like SUVs and things now they have like a tent that you can put onto it.
I probably
ever seen
could,
them?
but I
You mean
honestly
the
don't-
one that
No,
comes out the
design-
side?
like it's like
I know what you're
like an
talking about. It
extension
kinda comes
thing,
to the back.
like a truck and the SUVs and the different things. It's kind
I
of cool,
think
but
you
then
would-
all I could think of was like if it's like
you need that if you have
aren't your
honestly.
fumes just going right in there. Carbon
Yeah.
monoxide
Oh, I don't know about
poisoning?
that. I think you need that even when you mention SUVs, because SUVs aren't, even though they're SUVs, you can't really sleep in them. Like, you know what I mean? You
You
can't.
can if you take the seats out.
Yeah, but
You
most
lay
of them
'em
don't.
down.
They're kind of.
They even make special mattresses for in there that like go around the wheel.
I guess the
well.
ones I've seen, it
Yeah.
seems like a bitch. Whereas, to me, I don't really need that with the minivan. I mean, all those are stow and
Right.
goes, so I can sleep in it like it's nothing.
Hey, when we were young, we
Yeah.
had the conversion vans, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember the conversion.
The
van.
bed that folded down
Yeah.
the back, the,
Yep.
the
Oh,
chairs
yeah.
that swung around.
Don't they have some that have like an upper bed too? Like a bunk bed almost on top of those vans? There's
I
some,
think that's
or am I
RV,
thinking of
You're
like
getting a
kinda,
little- I think
like-
you're getting a little
RV-ish.
little RV-ish?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because there are RVs, like mini RVs that are a little smaller, but you're right, there is something that goes above
Yeah.
the driver, kind of.
We rented one when I was in Arizona. Me and G and the warden and Marshall went to some, and the warden had picked us all out because she kind of likes it. Some G worse than me. Fuck.
Oh, really?
Put me in a nice hotel
Yeah,
or
yeah.
forget it.
I mean, it's whatever.
But we were like, whatever. This is really cool, and of course, pictures always look amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And it was like, oh, this campground, and we had rented like one that was stationary there. I think you
Okay.
could probably drive it, but it wasn't. But it was like a full bedroom over here,
Yeah.
with a bathroom, and then on this end was my bedroom, and it had a TV, and it had a little
was it an
couch
RV?
and
I mean,
table.
a massive RV?
Yeah,
Or-
sort
okay.
of.
So it wasn't.
The
It wasn't
bed
a
was
trailer though.
super uncomfortable though. It was like
Yeah.
springs, and that's just not good for someone like me or G with neck and back problems.
No, for sure.
But yeah, it was like, we're sitting out there, and G doesn't really drink at all
Yeah.
anymore. He used to pound them, but now he and his wife don't. But it was like, hey, let's get some beers, and
Yeah, 'cause
and
you're outside or
we're,
whatever,
We're
fire.
just sitting there, and it's like 3 beers in, we're like, all right, let's go inside and watch Bill Burr on the
You
Netflix
have to-
TV.
Yeah,
It was just kind of a weird.
It's not for everybody. I can full on just sit there, obviously, because I've done it, but by myself, fire, and just drink beers and look at the sky.
Yeah.
And it's not for everyone. I get it, but whatever.
Yeah, and it was, I don't know, I can't even remember why we did it. It was probably just to get out of the house but not have to be around people.
Yeah.
Because COVID was the thing and they were Nazis with it.
Right.
So it was like, okay, here's something we can go do and we'd feel comfortable with, kind of being away
Yeah.
from people. And
Yep.
so it was like, hey, anything to get out of this goddamn house. Let's,
sure.
Let's do it. I can't even imagine how people in like small apartments did it.
I have thought about that recently.
You're on the 12th floor,
I have
20th floor in New York
terrible.
City. Yeah, I mean, you know how small those.
Oh, yeah.
Those
That must have
rooms
been
are
rough.
there.
I
Ugh.
didn't think about that as much at the time, but I have thought about it since then for
Yeah.
other people that were in big cities, how rough that must have been.
Well, people that are like, fucking get over it. And it's like, oh, how easy is that for you to say in your 2,500 square foot home? Like,
Yeah.
Now,
Making it
now
work.
put yourself in a fucking 200 square foot apartment in Manhattan and tell me how, whatever. We're all going through it.
Yeah.
No, you're right. That
We're all
would
in
have
this
been
together.
considerably more rough.
Yeah.
You're right. And I will admit that I kind of, but I wasn't in that area. I think I had that attitude for sure at the beginning a little bit. Hey, but of course, around here, most of the people I know are in neighborhoods. I don't know as many people living in downtown. Even Detroit,
Yeah.
I guess, would have been rough, really. But,
Yeah, anywhere you've got.
Oh, they didn't really care in
small
Detroit when it was going
apartments.
down. Remember they were having those gas station parties and shit?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
back in the day.
Yeah,
Gas
right.
station.
Oh, yeah. Like when
What is? I don't even know what that is.
You were supposed to be out. Yeah, I don't know. There, all of a sudden, there'd be like 800 black people at a gas station. Like,
yeah, they'd just be fucking bumping music
Right?
and freaking 40s and shit.
Hell yeah.
no masks, nothing.
I got no issue with that.
I mean, it is.
I don't
what
either. It
is.
was just funny in a weird thing. Like the videos started popping up. Like,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
what we're doing. We're doing this at a gas station.
It does seem like still you could go somewhere else, but I guess
Hey,
it's a
we used to
natural
have a
place.
blast at 7-Eleven,
Oh,
so
yeah.
I can't
Fuck yeah.
rag
Oh,
on
no.
people for.
I
you know what I
wholeheartedly
mean?
agree. Yeah.
Isn't that amazing how it was like? Yep. Well, the guys aren't at 7-Eleven. They must be at Taco Bell.
Yep.
Like what kind of? Until we finally started having parties in the woods. Like what the hell were we doing? Just hanging out at.
Doing what we
Taco
had
Bell.
to do, man.
Yeah, I guess.
Options were limited.
Yeah.
By the way, Mike, I'm not going to want to be that guy, but you gave me this big spiel before how you've been catching up with some Zot stuff or whatever. I don't think you
Oh,
mentioned
yeah.
anything.
Handle your
other
business,
than-
man. Pay some bills.
You know
Love
what?
of
This
God.
show has been so fire. I haven't even thought of it. Thank you for the reminder. I did look at it and think about it a couple times.
Okay, I wasn't trying. I didn't want to know when I should maybe mention it or not. But
No, you're good.
I feel
Thank
so
you.
useless in this spot, by the way.
Yeah.
Do ya?
What,
That's
you
a
want to
fun
do the
spot.
radio for one?
Oh my God. Do I? Can
You've
I?
never done that.
I have
Pick
not.
it up at the green.
No, you can do that one.
You don't want to do it. All right, radiofor1.com is live. Of course, everybody knows that. You can send emails to the show. We love hearing from people. Walters at DetroitCast.com. We get all your emails. We read a good amount of them. Love hearing from you. Whether you hate something, love something, want to inform us about something.
Come in hot. Make me think you're James.
Yeah, exactly. We love it. I want to do a James or not James segment on the email. I really think that has legs. You can buy merch there. T-shirts, tank tops, sweatshirts, hats, winter beanies. Amazon link is there. Amazon Canada link is there. It's an easy way. Just go to radiofor1.com. Click on those links there at the very top of the page. And it gives us a little kickback. It's a nice thing. Yeah, an easy way to help the show. We know you're all shopping for stuff there. I don't care if it's toothpaste, toilet paper, or a new car. Every bit helps. My Pillow, use promo code TDC. That also works at the My Store if you're getting the coffee. I love the slides, the new slippers and stuff they have. I've always liked the pillows.
I'm surprised they're not selling Kofefe.
They should do. That would be awesome if he was selling Kofefe. That would be hilarious. He doesn't
what
get
is
it.
Kofefe?
That was a Trump thing when he fucking a 2 a.m. shitter tweet.
Gotcha.
Came off as Kofefe when it was
Gotcha.
instead of
It
coffee.
had to have been coffee, right? People were trying to decipher what it
yeah,
was.
I think it was coffee and it
Got
just
it.
whatever.
Yeah.
And
Trump
then
made a mistake.
right, I know.
Right.
Spelling error.
Kofefe, it's
But it
one of my
took off
favorites,
from
though.
there. Yeah,
it was
it-
like, what the fuck is Kofefe? But yeah, it was perfect.
It's a brand.
Groupon also. A lot of people like Groupon. I'm not a big user of Groupon, I will be honest, but those of you that are, just click through our link.
Got a 90-minute massage for $48 today on Groupon.
Did you really?
I did.
That's incredible.
So hey, maybe you should be looking at the Groupon.
What are why is it such? Are they not giving you the happy ending? at the end?
Well,
Why
listen,
would they
that's
not,
you never pay for that, front anyway. That's,
on
that's
the-
handled after
after the fact.
Yeah, but I'm thinking the people on Groupon probably are not in the ending business.
Well, we don't.
You never know.
Who's to say?
Yeah, we'll find out.
That might be absolutely
Money
be a
talks.
service they offer.
Yeah.
Yeah, money up, cash is king.
It's the truth.
Always.
There it was for whatever it's worth.
Kofefe.
Yeah, despite the constant negative press, Kofefe. I wasn't remembering coffee, even though it sounds like
I know.
coffee.
No, yeah.
Despite the constant negative press coverage,
But even that
Probably, and then he probably he was probably trying to delete it and then hit
Squeezing out a
send
shitter.
and accidentally hit send. It was like shit.
he got
12:06 a.m.
Yeah, that's a shitter tweet. He's
Were you about to say the fact that 84,000 people retweeted that?
retweeted it, not liked it.
yeah.
Retweet. I mean,
What are
I wish I would have retweeted
They couldn't
it.
share that fast enough. I'm sure every time something like that.
Is that still up, by the way? Is that-
I doubt it. I just Googled it. I mean,
or when they fired him from Twitter, does he get? Does all his shit just disappear?
Oh,
I
I'm
don't know
sure.
how that
Yeah, he
works.
got banned, so I'm sure it all comes down.
Yeah.
And then
Well,
mean,
that
it's
fixed
somewhere,
all the world's
obviously.
problems, didn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, that fixed everything.
aren't they? Isn't he right at that? defining line for his Facebook ban.
Is he?
It was a 2-year ban. And so now they're
Are
like,
you serious? That's all it was?
yeah, that's what Facebook was.
Yeah,
and
just
so,
get through elections, get through midterms,
yeah,
and then you can
just
come back.
shut them down.
Yeah.
So now they're at that fucking 2-year mark.
Well,
they have to decide what they're going to do.
He told Twitter to pound sand, basically. He started Truth Social, which you and I both are like, okay, whatever.
There's a lot of people on True Social.
Yeah, probably, but it's just so like even with the greatest intentions, it's just going to be divisive, and it's gonna at a minimum make it so it's like, oh, okay, all the things you complain about people on the left about being in their little groups, their little isolated bubbles. Well, that's the same thing over there. So I get
That's where you go to plan and kidnap a governor and stuff like that.
Yeah, right. I think I have
government did that
initially. I signed up for Truth Social just because having a show, I've got all of them.
Right.
But and it took like 2 months before I was in the queue, and I think I made one post. It was just like, I'm here. Like, if anyone's on here, I guess I'll stick around. I've never been back, but I get notifications and I just blow them off. I don't care what anyone says on there. I really don't.
I never signed up for that one. I did one that I've never.
You're not missing out.
Getter.
Yeah, I have Getter too.
I like signed up for it, I think, or it's like I have the app on my phone, but I've never even like.
Isn't that another conservative
I have no idea.
one
Probably.
that was trying to?
I don't know why I even did it. Maybe it was an experience. I don't know, but like I've never actually used it.
Yeah,
I was like going through stuff, and I'm like, Getter, what the fuck is that? I thought it was a dating site.
Twitter, I'm sorry, it's the only one that'll work. I mean, as far as like everybody's, it's established. Everyone knows what it is.
According to this, and I know
it's
this
sad because everyone wants to bitch about monopolies,
right?
But
wow, people are fucking sheep for everything. No offense, but I was just having this conversation.
What were you going to say though?
According to Google, so it's Google.
Yeah,
2 million people are on Truth Social.
Okay,
that's still pretty small.
But people bitch, dude. Like back, and I'm not trying to turn this into that, but back when it was like this is shutting down small businesses, and it was. I get that.
What was?
But the COVID stuff, right? But then you'd see fucking 50 people at the Starbucks line. Why aren't they going to a local coffee shop? They were open. Local businesses were basically open.
People, a lot of them were closed though.
I
mean, at least where I was.
You could go get running shoes.
I was in California, though. In California, they was.
You know what, dude? You could go get running shoes at Dick's. You didn't need to go to Amazon. People decided to yell about it. Why aren't people in stores while they were?
Yeah, but was Big E's shoes open? I mean, Dick's was open, but was the local
My guess
tiny
is yes.
small
I would
shoe
guess
shop?
yeah. Local grocery stores were open, dude. Like Milford's grocery store was open. You could have gone there instead of going to Walmart, but they didn't.
Yeah.
So people like to bitch, but a lot of people don't really do anything about it.
Well, yeah, that's what we do.
That's my point. Is when he said, like, you know what I mean? It's just like,
hey, new car inventory is growing, and when an inventory grows, so do the savings. A full lot means a better selection, and a better selection means dreamy deals. Best of all, when you visit our friends and OG sponsors, Zott Ford and Holly, you get both. So if you bought out your lease in the past year or two because there was nothing to choose from and the deal sucked, today is your lucky day. There's no need to spend money on new brakes, tires, or maintenance. Just trade that turd in and get $2,000 more than it appraised for when you purchase or lease a new Ford Escape, Edge, or Explorer at Zott Ford. As a matter of fact, you can trade in almost any used car and get the extra $2,000 when you get a new whip. Need more deals? How about 0% financing? Yes, you heard that right, 0% on many new vehicles in stock at Zott. Plus, our boy Gabara and the team will toss in a Ford Factory trifold tonneau cover at no charge on every new F-150 you buy or lease in the month of January. Clearly, an expanding inventory generates beautiful bargains. You can check out both when you go visit dealsinthed.com. I did want to mention, you had talked about black people at the gas stations, like 800 black people.
Yeah.
And it made me think of MLK Day.
That was yesterday.
That was yesterday. We're still celebrating in this
Hebe
house.
Weeby Day.
Yeah. Hebe Weeby Day, which was he be dead,
We be off.
we be off. Yeah.
And before anybody comes at me for that, that was a black guy that told me that.
Yeah. It's funny. Funny's funny.
Hell yeah.
It's a rule, house rule. It's funny.
it's only fitting. Well, it's only fitting. The government killed him, so it's only fitting that they give us a day off for it.
Absolutely.
So I mean, to be
Where
fair.
was he killed?
Reparations.
Wasn't it? I don't. Where was it? I watched that. You know what's funny? I just watched this new documentary on it. I can't remember where he was actually
Bama?
killed.
Tennessee.
Was it
Was it in Tennessee? Where?
Yeah, I
What
think
city
it
does it say?
I'm not sure.
I swear to God, I thought it was like Missouri or something. I
thought
don't know
it was
why.
No,
Alabama
it was Tennessee. I'm almost 100%
Okay.
sure it was Tennessee.
I'll look into it.
I'm not sure the city, though. But yeah, what was that? A Fed that shot him or something? People think
Memphis, Tennessee. You're right.
Memphis.
was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
God, I should have just thrown out Memphis. What other?
Right. Well, there's a lot of cities in Knoxville.
I know, but Memphis. I was thinking Knoxville too, but anyway. So, did you guys see the statue that went up that was erected? Did we talk about that at all yesterday?
It was erected.
It was erected. Yeah.
See what you did there.
Yeah, you like that? Well, a family member of Coretta Scott King, the wife of the former Martin Luther the King.
Not Loretta Scott King. The Loretta Scott King.
Coretta
Okay.
Scott King.
Do you know who Loretta Scott King is?
Do I?
Yeah.
No, I guess not.
Who was
Maybe that's
Loretta?
nobody.
Maybe. You might be
is that?
confusing a couple different people. Loretta.
Didn't that who wrote the Star Spangled Banner or something?
No, it's Francis Scott Key. Did
That's
he
what they
write that?
claim. That's what they, Francis Scott Key.
It was probably a black guy, and they just claimed a white
Stole
guy
it.
wrote it. Yeah. It was probably
Zeppelin went down there and took it.
It was probably who did you say? Loretta Scott King actually wrote the national anthem, and they just gave Francis.
Oh, you know what's funny? I didn't fucking fully get your joke until I heard.
I didn't either, but
again,
I really thought Loretta Scott King was something, and then I think I was maybe confusing a few things.
Gotcha.
Probably that happens. That's okay. Well, this is a family member of Coretta Scott King, and Coretta was married to Martin Luther the King Jr. And this family member despises this new monument unveiled in Boston to honor him. I'll be honest with you. When I look at the statue, like people were like, people are saying it looks like something else. And I'm like, okay, usually
Like
you can
someone else, or
something else. They were saying it looked like a big old dick.
Well, I can see that. You can't. You don't think so?
I guess I sort of can.
Like,
I did see that.
Yeah, see, now that looks more like a dick than anything.
Yeah, I saw an angle of that. Yeah.
So, anyway.
Like, here's
so
just
wait.
for a here's a kind of another.
What the
look
Yeah,
at
it looks like someone's hugging a
what the
giant
fuck
dick.
is it?
Yeah, what is
right?
it supposed
It looks
to
like
be?
somebody. You know
It's
what that
called
looks like?
the embrace, and it's supposed to be the two of them hugging. And if you get a
It
different
looks
angle,
like he. Well, it looks like she's giving him head. I assume the bracelet means that's her arms.
yeah.
It looks like she's gagging on his
Okay,
cock.
I guess
Yeah.
here.
Can you see that?
If you
Here's
look,
another
yes, I
angle.
see that too.
Here's, I
Okay.
guess here's
All
a
right.
better angle.
Oh, so now you can see buttons and stuff. So that's
yeah,
Okay.
on the jacket, that's his.
Yeah, I guess.
I think there's another angle where you can see heads down.
no,
even.
I
don't
can't even.
think
I think it's
so,
just
'cause
arms.
that's from the complete
that was
other
the last one was just from up on top. I didn't see any.
Boys,
heads.
that's
aside
stupid.
from the head.
Because if
she
you
was
look at
giving
this,
him.
this is obviously
Right.
the other side.
So
this
that's
is,
his arms around, and then hers like this, and his like this.
Yeah.
I guess I do get
what,
it.
what do you guys
Yeah.
think that cost? It's bronze.
Oh boy.
The dimensions, it's 22
$5 million.
22 feet in size.
I'm gonna
good
say
guess,
that. I'm gonna say it's more than that.
Yeah, I thought about going more.
Yeah, I was gonna say closer to 10 would be my
Shit,
guess.
I almost said 10.
A 7.2.
You should have stuck with your original 10.
Is it 10?
10
yeah.
million.
All right.
Yeah.
Wow, I was going pre-inflation.
So this was meant to capture a hug between Dr. King and his wife after he won the Nobel Peace Prize in 1964.
Yeah, like a mouth hug.
It was designed by Hank Willis Thomas and the Mass Design Group. It's located in the Freedom Plaza of the Boston Common. The mainstream media was reporting on it like it
new?
was all beautiful because they were told they had to say that. Seneca Scott, Coretta's cousin, told the New York Post.
Oh, who let the cousin talk?
Yeah, I love when they let the cousin talk. And the cousin doesn't hold
Cousin
back.
Ray Ray's got something to say.
Yeah, exactly. That's what this is. This is their cousin Ray Ray.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, no, don't put a mic in front of Ray Ray. So cousin Ray Ray, Seneca Scott, said, but when it came out, our little boy pointed out, that's a panoose. And everyone was like, yo, that's a big old dick, man. That's his quote in the New York Post.
Thanks, cousin Ray Ray.
Thanks for that addition, cousin Ray Ray.
I mean, what is the insinuation, though, that someone spent $10 million to make a fool of Martin Luther King? Like,
Well, no,
It just. I mean,
the artistic,
the detail on it is
artistically-
fantastic when you look at it
Yeah.
in certain angles, but certain angles don't really
yeah, like
work
this
out.
side does look. I
Yeah,
guess it
that's
looks pretty well.
fantastic. I
ridiculous.
think that's gorgeous right there. I think that's really beautiful. I think
It looks stupid though. It just looks dumb.
Well, you need to have
I
the
get it.
heads, man. You need to have some
You
heads.
need to have
on
some
there.
heads or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I get it. Like the artist has
trying
his
to do
thing.
something
Like,
different.
man, this is my art, bro. But when you talk to cousin Ray Ray, he don't give a fuck. Looks
Yeah.
like a giant old dick, man.
He's saying what people are
what the
thinking.
internet is saying.
And then he goes on. Cousin Ray Ray says, if you had showed that statue to anyone in the hood, they'd have been like, no, absolutely not. $10 million was wasted to create a masturbatory metal homage to my legendary family members.
I don't think
one
he's
of the
that
all-time,
Masturbatory?
one of the all-time greatest American families.
Did that say masturbatory?
Yeah. Ray Ray threw out masturbatory.
And fucking masturbatory. That's
Yeah.
impressive.
Masturbatory metal homage.
By the
he
way-
said homage, too.
Do you need to be from the hood to think this looks maybe like a dick?
No, I think it
Well,
looks like a dick.
I mean,
Yeah, I see a dick, too.
He goes,
And
ask-
an unclipped one at that. I don't
Ask
see-
anybody in the hood,
Yeah.
they'll tell you. Like,
Yeah. Well, no, it's because they're the ones that'll actually tell you that. Everybody else will
Exactly.
be like, "Oh no, it's beautiful."
He
That
even
is
said
real.
that.
Okay.
He said they were reporting on it like it was all beautiful because that's what they were told they had to say.
Mm-hmm.
You ask anyone in the hood, and they're gonna be like, what did he say? They would have said, no,
Masturbatory metal
absolutely
homage.
not. This is you wasted $10 million to
But,
create
you know-
a masturbatory metal massage to my legendary family.
the thing about that is, though, for his, I mean, whatever he's thinking about that, like, oh, they're trying to be nice. Like, isn't the positive? I know it sucks. It turns out that it looked kind of like a dick.
Fine, they can make a
Right?
metal homage cock to your family.
But-
Leave mine out of it.
I'm just saying, though, but at least the people are saying it. Would you rather have the national news all saying that and then be like, oh, typical, a black guy, they're calling it a dick or something? Like, at least
Well-
they're pretending.
Yeah, that one right there looks like.
It's a bad look.
If you're
just-
doing an embrace with Martin Luther the
Yeah,
King,
that's the one right there that looks like holding up a
holding up a
fucking
giant
big old
cock.
limp
It's
dick.
not a good angle.
No. If you wanted to really pay homage to Martin Luther the King Jr., have him standing there with his pants down, his
Right.
dong out, and all of his mistresses.
And hey, I'm gonna
all
go.
those women he cheated on his wife with, have them all on their knees in front of it, and that would be an homage.
Speaking of being on their knees, do you see?
I was
that?
going to say, dude,
Do you
I saw
see
the
that?
same
It
thing,
looks like a
too.
chick on all fours,
It does.
yeah,
right
yes.
there. Go.
And her ass.
Yeah.
It looks like her ass,
Yeah.
and you can almost see her back, too.
Exactly. Yeah.
I was just thinking
arched
the
a little
same
bit
thing,
right
dude.
there.
Yeah. If you put feet on those instead of hands,
Yep.
that would be someone on all fours.
That's
just
exactly
getting
fucking
it.
about to take it.
Yeah, just about to take it. You could do a full
About
gash.
to back
there.
that ass up.
If I went there, we might have to spray paint a gash on it. If it wouldn't be a hate crime.
Oh,
you
it would
could-
be a hate crime.
You think so?
Oh, yeah.
But if you spray painted, I don't know what color, what a white butthole or a white gash.
You know what?
would
You
it-
know what that would need? That like a GLH, like great looking hair. The black spray hair.
Oh,
the more you
yeah,
sprayed,
yeah.
it, like the bushier it
Put
got.
some soul glow into it. Get that thing nice and
Just bush it out real good.
and it
'cause you
would have
know,
been
if we're
retro
gonna,
as fuck.
yeah,
too.
exactly. That's my point. I mean, that would be on the ground bush.
Yeah. Would you do the whole ass crack and everything too?
I mean, if you're gonna go with detail, yeah, for sure.
If you
why
want it to
not?
be legit.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Two hands going back, just
By the way, I think these were like what it was supposed to. I think like these were the renderings.
Oh, gee.
Oh shit,
What
that's
the
not
fuck?
right. That pulled up the wrong thing
oh,
there.
are these like the terrible
Oh, we'll
fucking
go through those.
statues?
Yeah, no, I
Oh
pulled
my
up the
God.
wrong thing there though. Shit.
Well,
sorry.
go. Is that on the
Give me a
screen right
second.
now?
No.
So let me
yeah.
read this. So Ray Ray goes on.
Forget how it works. Oh, yeah, it is on the screen.
No,
Yeah.
it
Yeah,
was
it
for a
is.
second. I mean, I fucked
It is
up.
now.
It's not anymore. Oh shit. Okay. My bad.
So
bad.
the woke algorithm is just broke.
Here,
I don't know what else to tell you. If you went through all of that and that's what you came up with, something is wrong.
So I think this
Yeah.
is probably what it was supposed to
Oh,
look
right.
like.
Okay, yeah. So
maybe.
that was like the.
Even that.
But it looks more.
Well, where'd the dick go? Why'd the dick disappear on this?
Well, because it's the other side. If you do that from the other side, that's where the
Wait,
dick
I
is.
thought
His
when
arm
we
is
could
the
see
dick.
the hands, you could see the cock coming
it's
out.
Her arms like this is holding the cock. His arms are around her like this with the buttons. Like
I'm-
that. So right, so there depends on which side you're looking at. His arms are around her
So
like
would that
this.
be the cock there supposed to be an elbow?
No, this is his
his elbow to the left.
his right forearm would be the dick.
the dick.
But I just thought in this.
With my dick.
Where was it on here? I don't remember. Fuck, sorry.
Fucking Fonzie.
I just thought.
Yeah, that dick. That dick.
So all that
this
is,
one
it's
doesn't
just,
look as
there's
bad.
no definition.
Go
to like,
back to the
it's
dick
like
one.
his shoulders.
right.
So it's just
That
like
one there. See, where are her hands on that other one? We could see. Is that the other
That's-
side?
Now you're on the, exactly. So now what that is, the dick is his shoulders, which are his, and on the other side of that, now his arms are like this. So
You need heads.
yeah, you need.
You do
something.
need.
you need
I
a
think you
head.
needed heads in this for
Yeah,
sure.
you
I do
need
agree with-
heads.
Yeah.
Which is ironic because I think he was shot. Didn't they shoot his head off? Basically, they shot him in the face. I thought.
I thought it was ironic. She's got a pearl bracelet on when
bracelet.
she always got
Very
a pearl
fitting.
necklace.
Yeah, very fitting. Yeah. So Imari Paris Jeffries, I can already tell he's going to have a fucking shitty response. He's the executive director of Embrace Boston, the group responsible for overseeing the installation of the statue. Said he cried when he first saw it. He was so moved by this.
I thought he was so disgusted.
Someone said to me before I saw it for the first time, imagine when you see it, you're going to cry. And I said, I've seen monuments before. I'm not going to cry when I see a monument. And I actually did.
I wept.
And despite the fact that we're in the middle of the city, it is a quiet place. And so it's a place of both contemplation and joy simultaneously. And so I think it's one of America's most miraculous pieces of public art. I would say, hold on, let me fix that for you. And so I think it's one of America's most miraculous penises of public art.
Yeah, fair enough.
Would be better, would fit better. That is terrible. And even if it was like the pictures you showed us that were more gold, the rendering that it was based on, this artist needs to be fired, and he should give half that $10 million back because that doesn't look anything like it.
Well,
There's many things I see in that picture that don't include that embrace.
To me, that this one looks more like like what you thought.
and
you were
that's a
thinking,
rendering, yeah.
because there's kind of at least a front body.
Yeah. So was that one of the ones they were thinking
Yeah,
of
again,
doing
this
that they
is
didn't?
this is like I think they were selling this. Like this is what it's going to look like.
That's what this was the pitch.
Yeah. But
And
see,
that's
they've
not
got a
too
partial
far
head
off.
in there.
No, they don't. It's just her. Like it's what like her body. Like just like if you look at that, you can see his sort of body, torso and arms
And
from the
by the
front.
way, it's
and if you
MLK.
flip it, you can kind of see her torso and arms from that side.
Right.
But you only see one from each side.
Right.
There's no point where
Why
you
would
see
you
both
want
of
his
it.
head? By the way, it's MLK. You don't need both their heads, but also one head would fit.
Why do you need
And
her
up.
head? Who cares about her?
That's what I said.
Oh, I thought you were
So
saying
I said you
his
only
head.
She
need.
still has
I'm saying
it.
you only need one in
Yeah.
there. Put his on there. It's MLK. Why don't you want that? His icon. He has a look.
And a hat? Didn't he have a hat?
Yeah,
like
he's always-
it's like doing Tom Landry's statue without the hat. You know, like
But it just
You need the hat.
I think that when you're an artist, you're always trying to do something so different. You're trying to do something unique. You're thinking that maybe this
Yeah.
is cool. It's
how many
they're
times do
hugging.
we need to see these artists
Fail.
fuck this up?
It happens all the time.
Honestly,
Oh,
like
yeah.
you had was that Fonzie? Was that supposed
Yeah,
to be?
Oh my God.
That was supposed to be Hank Winkler's
Is that
statue?
really?
Yeah, this is-
that a real one?
Yes,
Dude, I could do that. I could do that.
I know.
Fuck it up like that.
Yep.
For
the
real.
one I was telling Mike about when we were
Was
talking
it
about this.
Lucy?
Yeah, that's the one I really hear. Give me a
I
second.
mean, what that smile? Like, if you were gonna
Yeah.
do it, at least do that pose of the Fonzie, because that's the classic. I mean, that is,
Yeah.
Heather Thomas in the swimsuit. Like
Right,
that is. I
right.
mean, that is the thing. So why wouldn't you emulate that? Why would
Yeah,
you put
that
that
smile.
shit-eating grin on there that nobody's ever seen?
And this
because
is not-
the Fonz
They didn't
never
even
fucking
pop his.
smiled.
They didn't even pop his collar.
I know.
Like it's down. He just looks
It's
like an
so bad.
asshole.
And Troy, I would say with this one, with the MLK thing, it's a symbolic thing. You're
Yeah.
trying to make this is them hugging and an embrace. This is just a font.
Just to him.
Yeah.
I know.
like there's no interpretation needed. You can just do the person.
Great detail in the hair, though. This person
Yeah,
really
they-
was excellent at hair.
They fucked it up though. You could have done better if you did the sideburn and showed a little bit of his ear. They went straight over it. But to your point, the detail is spectacular on the hair.
I know, it really is good.
I mean,
Who's the famous? Was it Ronaldo or whatever? That's
Yeah.
got the.
Here, 1 second.
Was that a joke or was that the
that was the real one. They've done joke ones for
I've
other
seen
people
they've done. I
since
saw. Was
that.
it like Peyton that had like the huge forehead one?
Here, there.
I know. Oh, that is. Yeah, that is real. Could you imagine going up and seeing that? Like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you
was it?
fucking kidding me?
Was it Larry David? They did one for the cast of
Oh, really?
something or no, it wasn't Larry David.
Oh,
or
I know what
Ricky Gervais or
What do you? Oh, what
they
was
did
it?
something. We were
Yeah.
watching it, T, and it was like they finally had.
But
to
that
come
was
out
a
and say it
that was a
fake,
yeah, that was a spoof.
where everyone's looked great
And then
his
somebody's
looked
was
just
terrible.
Fucked
Yeah.
up.
What the hell was
Who
that?
was that?
Oh yeah, everybody had it great, and then there was like one of them that was totally fucked up, and everybody was acting like, "Oh, it's
was
so
awesome.
amazing," and he's like looking at it like that, going, "Are you kidding me?"
And finally,
what the
he's like,
fuck?
"No, it's shit. This
Yeah.
is shit."
Oh, I forget what that was, but yeah, that was.
God,
but
that's
that was a
driving
joke.
me
But this is real. Somebody fucking did that. It's like,
yeah.
I mean,
But and you know
but
what?
again, great hair.
The joke becomes so funny and so well known. Like so many people, they can't get rid of it. Like the Lucy statue, that's E's favorite. That's in a park somewhere because they couldn't They were like, it's more famous than any real one.
Right.
So there's the one they redid on the right.
Yeah.
That one on the left is actually in a park because it was so bad that it became more famous than any real one.
Holy, that's supposed to be Lucille Ball?
Yeah.
Yes.
You would never fucking know in a million years that was really her.
I would have guessed Milton Berle.
Yeah, I would have guessed the guy first.
Before Lucille Ball.
The one on the right is great.
Yeah, I'd hit it.
They
for
nailed
sure.
it there. Yeah.
Do
Nice
love a good
titties and
redhead.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, dude, this isn't a statue, by the way, but honestly, I always think of this when I think of like fucked up things. But do you remember this one, Mike? The drawing of Weinstein in court?
Yeah.
Like some asshole just gave him, I don't know, 100 extra pounds.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
some artistic fucking liberties with that one.
Right.
We figured this artist hated this guy so much.
course.
It was like you didn't have to add an extra 100 pounds of belly fat.
Yeah.
Like you did that to him. We can see what he actually looked like.
Yeah.
You purposely went out of your way to
There
make this
is
guy
no
look-
crease over his belly.
No.
You went above and beyond.
In real
to
life,
do
he looks
that.
skinny. Once you look at that, if you looked at
Yeah.
that drawing and thought that's
Yeah,
what he looked
yeah,
like,
yeah.
and then you saw him, you're like, oh, he's
no.
actually not that bad.
Was that
Didn't
Al
they-
Roker? He lost a lot of weight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't they fuck up Tom Brady and he made him
Yes.
look like E.T. or something? Didn't he?
Tom Brady.
Was that a court rendering? I think it was a court rendering. I don't know what he was in court for. Was
don't
Deflategate?
know, but there was-
Deflategate, Spygate, one of those?
One of his
What was
gates.
it from?
I
Here we go. I don't know what this is from, but here, yeah.
I think he looked like E.T. or something, if I remember correctly.
Freaking blow it up a second here. I don't know what this is from exactly, but
No, that's
not
not
it?
the one. Yeah, that's one of them.
Okay.
Those are supposed to be Tom Brady?
Yeah.
Holy shit. That's really
Yeah,
bad.
those are bad.
That's really
why
bad.
do we need a court draw or anything?
Because they won't let
know.
you take pictures or
I
video.
know,
and so
but
it's like, it's going back to the 1800s.
So, like,
Exactly.
we know what Tom Brady
Exactly.
looks like.
I know. They
Right?
could just write Tom Brady sat here. It'd be like, okay, we can all picture what Tom Brady sat there looked like.
Is a stenographer still really a thing where it's like a
Oh, yeah.
coded
Taking the
thing?
minutes?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
can you just record it at this point? Like you have like text.
You know what they
to-
would say?
Come on, it's history,
Talk to
man.
text.
It's history.
Yeah.
But isn't that a weird? Like it's not even like real. Like
Real
a regular,
words, right?
like
Like shorthand or
it's like
something.
it's like there's something weird different about it. It's not just regular keyboard where they're doing actual words.
Yeah, they're
It's like
doing like
something-
full sentences with one.
yeah.
So then they have
yeah.
to go back, right, and redo it or something, or I would assume.
Well, she can read back the minutes and tell you exactly what
Okay,
was said.
okay.
But it would help with the famous Bill Burr bit about, no, stop.
Oh, exactly, right?
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
She didn't say it like
She
that.
didn't say it like that. If
right?
you're just recording the minutes.
Context, exactly.
No.
Context is everything.
Stop. You're gonna... Kevin Spacey. Where do we land on Kevin Spacey?
I mean, I assume he's a pedophile, or not a pedophile, but
I think it was little boys he was diddling too, or
tried to-
whatever.
or tried to blow
or
a
a
14-year-old.
rapist of some kind. Like
Yeah.
he seems to be
Yeah.
a bad dude.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with subpar.
We got some award or something apparently, right?
Yeah, he did win an award. He did. I'm struggling. It's like Michael Jackson. Like, it's undeniable, his catalog, and I'll still fuck up a Billie Jean tune here and there.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, yeah.
Man in the Mirror, I can
Oh,
still
strong,
rock out.
yeah.
Strong.
I
And
think-
it's like, yes, I can still think of the kids, what the maid described as bloody underwear in the drawer.
Yeah.
Like, that's horrifying, but it's like, but Man in the Mirror is awesome.
Really
I think
good.
Kevin Spacey's problem, though, to me, is like how he kind of tried to keep. Remember, he kept coming out with like little videos.
Yeah.
of
Oh, like in
him
character.
of him. Yes,
In
talking.
character of his
The House of Cards
Cards.
character.
Yeah,
And
right.
that's where it gets like,
Yeah.
dude, does he
You
really?
think
Were you-
I wasn't punished for things that I did. Think of how much I'm not going to be punished for stuff I didn't do. He would have that drawl, and he said something like that.
Yeah,
on cameras. He was like making dinner.
I thought that was like
It was
just
fucking weird.
just setting up his insanity defense.
It could have. It's that whole art thing, and it's got to be weird to be beloved for that character and many others, and have everybody turn on you in a dime because 25 years ago I attempted to blow a 14-year-old boy at a party of mine. So I was kind of went down the rabbit hole today. I'll be honest with you, and I was like, what other? Because I know there was like, oh yeah, there's like all these charges in London where he was running some theater there, and then you had the people in L.A. and New York, and I was like, what are the accusations? I remember the rap kid, R.A.P.P. I can't remember what his full name was, but I'll get to it in a minute. But he's the one that. that said Spacey was groping him
if you
and
have
tried to
any-
blow him at 14.
I think this was it, right? Let me be.
Let me be frank. Yeah, that's it.
If you have interest,
yeah.
I don't know if you want to watch it at all or not, but
Give you a taste of it.
Okay.
Like, if you think,
here I'll go.
But this is like in response to these allegations,
Yeah.
kind of like when this is all coming
Right, like,
down.
this is what
this
you
is
think,
like
like,
a press release type
and
thing.
it was
that
a
he
while
did.
later, I think. I
Yeah.
think it was a few months
Yeah,
later.
yeah.
See,
It's
this is him going like,
he's.
this will solve it.
I know, like that was. It was so weird, like so weird.
Yeah.
like it just didn't make sense.
He thought he had a get out of jail free card too by just going, oh, by the way, I'm gay.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, fuck you. Don't
Nope,
play the
nope.
gay card now.
Right.
And act like you're on this team and that gives you protection.
Yeah, just because you raped a dick instead of a vagine doesn't make you
Right,
less
right.
of a raper.
He did
Rapey
not see that
rapist.
coming. I'll be honest with you. I thought he would have been more protected by his community than he was. That whole community was like, no, dog,
No.
you don't get to do that.
Yeah, well, you
No,
also
no,
can't.
no.
You also can't fucking throw up the gay signal, the bat signal.
Yeah.
When you need us.
No, I don't remember-
Right? No,
Yeah.
you want to be on Team Gay? Okay, we're here. We'll rally around you.
Yeah.
But don't get fucking your dick slapped and then be like, "But I'm gay, right,
Right.
guys? Right,
Yeah.
right."
Well, it should tell you something that card was being so used so effectively that he was like, it doesn't matter what these accusations are. I still have the fucking homo card in my back pocket.
Yep.
I could pull this out at any time.
You
It
just waited too long.
it
It
just-
expired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost like it did.
Now, had he gone trans,
He'd
would
be
have been
fine.
out in front of it,
Yeah.
and would have been stunning and brave.
Absolutely. And rightly so. Obviously, that would be
Yeah,
something.
he just he kept the card too long. Like I said, it expired.
Yeah, that's crazy. You want to hear just a minute of it, just to hear his.
This-
he was
it's-
playing Frank
What was that name?
Underwood. Or
Yeah, I think that's
Is that it?
right? I haven't watched it. You know what's funny? I never watched
Christmas Eve video.
whatever the last
the
season
way.
was, because they did another season.
They did
where
without
he
him.
wasn't here, and I just didn't even watch it.
Yeah, I watched it. I don't even remember.
Well,
if
the
I
other
liked it.
problem with-
he was great in that show. It went a little fucking off the deep end, but
The problem
that
to
was
me-
a great show.
To me, too, with that show was, if you remember, I feel like it was not consistent when they would come out. It all of a sudden would be like
Yeah,
8 months, like a year
it's
and a
kind
half
of
or something.
it's kind of the plus of streaming and stuff. Where it's like
Sometimes
I could
it-
drop a whole season. Curb does that.
Sometimes it is, but with this show, I just remember it would be like, oh, new season's come out, and I forgot everything that had happened to me.
Yeah.
So I don't
Yeah.
know. You can do it with Curb, but whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
If you want my respect, the full video up there, Kevin Spacey's arraignment in Nantucket. Now, if he did that with the drawl as Frank Underwood,
Oh shit!
Yeah,
His
now
whole-
that
I
would
would
be
have
sweet.
mad respect for
his
them
whole
at that
arraignment
point.
I
up
would
there.
too.
Right?
I would
If he
too.
just sat in the fucking courtroom and just answered, "I object, Your Honor."
He's up there with a mint julep. I strongly.
I object.
I vehemently object, Your Honor.
Hilarious.
In all due
This
respect.
whole
of
court
course.
is out of order.
Go ahead and play just a second of it.
Oh, sure, they may have tried to separate us, but what we have is too strong. It's too powerful.
Oh my god!
Oh,
what
it's
is-
just so
we shared
corny.
everything.
It's so bad.
It's so bad.
With his
told you my
fucking
deepest,
Christmas
darkest
apron on.
Well, you put this on Christmas
It's
Eve.
Christmas Eve, yeah.
People
Dude,
are
you got
capable
accused
of
of trying to blow
I
little
shocked you
boys.
with my
What are you
honesty,
doing?
But mostly,
Why are we still playing pretend?
And this is right. This is just a scene. Is all
Yeah.
he's doing.
Little coffee
is a
cup.
scene.
Yeah.
This is not original. I mean, this is not heartfelt. This is not.
no,
This
it's
is-
almost mockery,
Yes, exactly.
right?
Yes.
Like, I so don't take this seriously.
I'm such a good actor. I'm gonna act my way out of this.
I think he's so used to being praised for his work, always,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
no matter what,
Yep.
that he thinks, you know what? It's time to bring out the other card that I can play at any time, which is my beloved acting skills.
I'm shocked he didn't
which
take
is
like the
undeniable.
the ring. Remember from the show? Like he always had that ring where he'd be like, that was his
Oh,
big
yeah,
deal.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
shocked he didn't take that on this and like
he
knock
might.
it on the
I don't even
table
know.
or
I'm not even gonna say he doesn't. Who knows?
I don't think he did because I think we watched the whole thing
Right,
back. When
of
it
Here's
came
the
out.
thing. I can't write the guy. One of my favorite movies of all time,
Mm-hmm.
of all time, Swimming with Sharks.
Oh, that is classic.
I fucking
classic. Yeah.
love that
Yeah.
movie.
What's the one where he's
Love
banging
it.
the little the neighbor chick? Or
American
whatever?
Beauty?
American Beauty. I wanted to say American Pie, but yeah, American Beauty. Right.
American Beauty with
Yep.
the roses, which I think is people say I haven't seen it in 20 years since it came out.
I think
but
people say it's pretty
creepy as
yeah.
fuck now.
Now, yeah, right.
I mean, he's oogling this high school
Yeah.
girl from next door or
It's not
whatever.
like getting into working out in the fucking garage, getting all yoked.
Even though
Yeah,
that had
yeah.
the very infamous like beginning of with that bag, right? Like blowing up in the gust
Yeah,
of wind
yeah,
and
yeah.
shit. Like that was like
Yeah.
used a lot.
I remember her young fucking body with rose petals.
Yes. I bet
you
that
do.
or something. Yeah. But there was a time when it was just like, oh yeah, let's all admire this 16-year-old
right.
smoking hot body. And we were all, it's just like, yeah, that's what everybody
Yeah, well,
does.
who was the chick? The little,
Yeah.
I can picture it. I just can't think
Yeah,
of
the
her name.
blonde. I don't remember.
Whatever.
I don't remember.
He just really wished it would have been
But-
a boy instead of her.
Right? But when you look at his list, so Swimming with Sharks.
He wanted it to be American Booty.
The Usual Suspects.
Yeah.
There you go. Annette Bening. No. The young girl. It doesn't
Well, I
matter.
mean, that was just the image.
Yeah,
I was
that's, I
trying
mean,
to-
that's the cover. That's the
Usual
whatever the post-
Suspects, another one of my all-time favorite movies.
Fucking Verbal
Amazing.
Kent.
Verbal
What a
Kent.
great character.
Dude, yeah.
That's my poker name. Online poker is
Kaiser Sose,
Yep.
which is an awesome poker name. Kaiser Sose is a poker name?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Who had a better poker face than Kaiser Sose?
Exactly right.
Literally no one. Seven. I love that movie.
I forgot Spacey was in that one.
Oh, yeah. What's in the box?
Listen, wait, but
That's Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
And they're the detectives.
I know, but
Kevin
yeah,
Spacey's the serial killer.
that's right. He is. That's yeah.
So he doesn't have like a huge role. I mean, he's the focus of the whole movie.
Yeah, right.
But,
When you said that
he's-
line, I'm like, he didn't say that. That was Brad
No,
Pitt.
he's the one that made him say,
Put,
"What's
that
in
put,
the box?"
That put it in the box.
Yeah, Revenge being the final one, right, or something like that.
Yeah, it was the Seven Deadly Sins.
Seven Deadly Sins.
Fuck, that was a good movie.
Oh,
that was
so good.
yeah, it was a mind fuck.
L.A. Confidential. I don't know that I saw L.A.
Yeah, it
Confidential.
was acclaimed, but I not
Yeah.
wasn't a fan.
The movie I was talking about for the holidays. If you're looking for a good holiday movie with Vince Vaughn,
Oh, Fred
the one-
Claus.
Fred Claus.
Look at me.
And Kevin Spacey's in that, and,
Okay.
and he's great. I mean, in what he's in that, American Beauty, and then House of Cards. So he ends up winning this award, a Lifetime Achievement Award, a special honorary event organized by Italy's National Cinema Museum in Turin, the city of Turin. And I don't know if this is just like, how do we get any sort of exposure for our little stupid award ceremony? Well, we could bring in, you could bring in, who's the guy that moved to Europe who anally ass raped that chick? Hollywood still adores the guy.
God damn.
Did some butt raping, did he?
Yeah, he fucked a 13-year-old girl in the ass after giving her Quaaludes and champagne.
Oh, old school.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
wow. Yeah.
At Jack Nicklaus's house, I believe, or Nicholson. Is it Nicholson or Nicholas? I always get those confused.
Roman
Polanski.
Yeah,
there you go. Well
I,
done.
God
God
damn.
damn.
I thought
Wow, that was spectacular.
Impressive.
that
Roman
was it, but I
Polanski.
wasn't
You know what? It was,
confident enough to yell it.
you know what I was missing when I was going through the Spacey catalog? Horrible Bosses.
Oh,
You like that?
awesome.
That is a fucking
That
great
movie's
movie. Do you
incredible.
I'll
like
have to
that?
rewatch it maybe. I remember not liking it. And I like everybody in the movie.
Oh my
I
God,
think that
Horrible
is-
Bosses
I think
is
that is
awesome.
a great movie.
I like the sequels.
That actually,
Okay.
yes, two is even one of
It's
the better
great.
sequels
You
ever
you know
done.
what? I'm gonna. I will read
You
because I
should.
like so many people in there. Charlie Day.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking
Jason
Bateman.
Sudeikis
Oh,
is great.
Bateman's in there too, right?
Yes,
Oh,
Bateman,
yeah.
of course.
I remember feeling like I was so
Part two
excited
might
and
be
not
even
liking
better.
it for whatever
Wow.
reason.
Part two
Really?
might be even better.
I'll watch it again because I like all those
Aniston
people.
being like
Oh.
the smoking hot rapey dentist. Oh my God.
Fantastic.
I'll
Love
watch
that
Dick
movie.
Dale or
I'll
whatever.
watch it again, like I said, because I love
Kevin
all those
Spacey.
people.
Kevin Spacey's great in it.
Okay.
Oh,
I'll rewatch it.
Right.
For real.
so good.
Like
Watch
the
it
next
tonight,
week.
Ian.
I will.
So yeah. So anyways, I have a feeling they were like, who do we get? We could give an award to Roman Polanski, and they were like, he's just too old. No one knows who he is. Giving it to Kevin Spacey
Yeah.
could get eyeballs on your shit. It'll stir up some controversy.
Who's still rapey but relevant?
Yeah.
Right. Polanski's old school. We can't go there.
Yeah, Polanski would just be like, who? Too many
Yeah.
people would go, who? But with Spacey, you can still. So Spacey says, my heart is very full toward the museum.
I said.
is very full toward the Museum of Cinema for having had the balls to invite me tonight. I don't know that I'd be dropping
Yeah, right.
innuendo comments, especially about balls.
By the way, also, I would say not just the innuendo comment, but like,
Any
wouldn't you want to
nice,
steer away
tight,
from
small
anything? Wouldn't you want to steer away from just take the thing
balls.
if you're already being awarded?
Just
Like,
walk up.
even
take it and go.
acknowledging that there are people out there
said-
that think I raped people.
I
Like,
said, my heart is full toward the Museum of Cinema for having the smooth, raisinette-like
Yeah.
balls to
Well,
bring someone like me over here.
One, waiting for the other one to drop.
Only one ball at a time. As you know, we like the ones that have not fully developed and dropped yet into place. So they had the balls to invite me tonight. By presenting this award, they were making a strong defense of artistic achievement, and for that, they should be applauded. Not so much for the sex assault victims, though. Fuck them.
Not as cool for them.
The actor thanked the friends who have stood by him amid the scandal. I just want to say how grateful I am to my friends and my colleagues and my friends' friends and colleagues who have flown in to be here tonight. I am moved by all of you being here.
And thank you for bringing your sons.
Yeah, thank you for bringing all your kids. So, like I was saying to you guys, I did want to know what are some of the allegations, and we'll go through it. And
I don't actually remember. I just know it's kind of rapey.
Exactly.
Yep,
It was kind of rapey in nature.
Yep.
So I was going to throw them out to you guys, see what we think as a crew. Do we think that he should be canceled, deserves to be
All right,
canceled?
do we get to go
By
like
the way,
a
real
full
quick,
thumbs up, thumbs down at each one? Okay.
Is his catalog strong enough to make it past this?
Okay.
These allegations?
All right.
Real quick, do one more thing for him.
So
House
wait,
of
just for the
Cards-
record, is Michael Jackson's catalog strong enough to get him past the
Yes,
kitty rape?
I think it
okay.
is.
All right, I'm just setting the bar.
That's personal.
I'm
That's
setting the bar.
personal
No,
to everybody.
I'm establishing a baseline.
Yeah.
So where we're at.
Yeah.
But like House of Cards is really what made Netflix at the beginning. You know what I mean? Like Netflix
One of their
was a-
first big
it was their
shows.
original
Yeah.
content. That's
Yeah.
when Netflix people really like, dude, you got to have Netflix.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Before that, it was kind of just old movies. You know, it was cool, but they were there.
Yeah, it was one of their very first, like, that they did.
Yeah.
What was
And
it?
I
Was
think-
Cheadle in that one? What was the one with Don Cheadle? Didn't they have a big show with? Was that a Netflix one too?
Not sure.
Yeah.
I have
Shit.
All right, regardless,
I think I know
whatever.
what you're talking
Yeah.
about.
I always think
Anyway,
of that as House of Cards, but it's
Gotcha.
different.
Yeah. There was someone like that in it, though. Was it Don Cheadle? Was Don Cheadle in House of Cards for a while? See if he's in there. He might have been, T. That might be what you're thinking
Listen, if
about.
Don Cheadle's in something, it's good. Period. End of story.
Yeah, agreed. So while you look for that, so it was Anthony Rapp, Tony Rapp. In 2017, he alleged that Spacey assaulted him when he was 14-year-old. Since then, over 30 men have come forward with accusations. Now, the fact that it's men accusing other men, does that make it less like...
Not to me, but okay.
In
Do
a
you know
way,
what I'm saying, though?
in a
Like-
way, I would say that it might
No.
give it more credibility.
Well, no, here's what I mean. In that, I feel like, and maybe this is sexist to even
Well, were they
say,
men when it happened, or they're men now that they're coming out and saying?
Some of them were men, some of them were adults, some
Yeah,
of them
that's-
were,
okay, that's what I'm-
were
that's what I'm saying,
underage.
yeah.
But he was in his early 20s, and some of them were 17 or 15. So,
Okay.
But I mean, like, as men, especially in a misogynistic way, we're meant to look after women. Like they're much weaker. Essentially, I'm not talking about all women, obviously.
Okay.
But you know what I mean. It's a lot.
Yes.
If you're going to fucking assault someone, you take some woman and you can,
Right.
have your way. And so if it's man on man, it's like, he's a dude. He can take care of himself. You don't want some guy grabbing you, knock his fucking teeth out.
Yeah.
Kevin Spacey's not a Hulk of a guy.
Yeah, exactly. He would
So-
be very knockoutable.
Yeah. And so just and I understand the proposition I'm throwing to you guys right now
Sure.
is sexist and gross in nature. But is there something, because there's just a little something that feels a little, men don't need the defense like women do.
Well,
Not that
okay,
it's
even if
right
that, even
or
if that was
healthy or-
true, though, it wouldn't. You could say that, dude. I would say for one, we don't know the situation if these guys are younger, and also if it's an
We do
acting
know the
thing.
situation. I'm about to inform you.
Well,
on all
okay,
of it.
you have to tell me exactly what is said that happened.
Yeah,
then,
I will.
because I'm
I
going to
will.
say that in again in an acting situation,
Well,
if
you know,
he's taking advantage of the idea.
Started
of kinda-
touching me. It got hard. He stroked it. It felt good. I came, and then I really regretted it.
Yeah.
I mean, you could though. That's the thing. You could, dude. I've never been someone who would knock somebody out. I'm not saying I don't know what I would do
You've
in
Never
that.
been somebody to
knocked
knock somebody
anyone
up either.
Right. No, I'm saying I don't know what I would have done. in a
Wait, you've
situation.
never drugged a girl and taken advantage
No,
of
I
her?
said I've never punched somebody. So I'm just saying I'm very passive as a person my whole life.
Yeah.
So I don't know what I would do if all
So
of
you
a sudden
just
someone's
sit
fucking.
there and take the handy.
Maybe
Yeah.
Be grateful. I mean, it really.
someone's touching it.
right.
So-
I'm saying, what are we talking
But I
about?
would be
here?
mad. But I
Hold
might
on,
still be
it's
mad
gonna,
after.
It's going to take forever to go through these
Okay,
allegations.
okay,
So save
okay,
it. I
okay.
want to see what you guys think.
Never getting these.
So,
reads in.
no. Why don't you do one of them now, T? Just
Hey,
to-
this rapey part of the show is brought to you by The Party Pub. If you want to impress everyone at your grad party, wedding reception, poker night, MMA viewing party, or for any other reason, then you need to contact The Party Pub. It's a massive inflatable pub that you can set up wherever you choose. They also have all the best party games, beanbag toss, badminton, giant inflatable screens, axe throwing, and much more. Call Jeff L. Hefe at 586-524-6701 or visit thepartypubrentals.com and take that event to the next level.
All right. 2017 is when Anthony Rapp came out and said he was assaulted at 14. Since then, 30 dudes have come forward with accusations ranging from non-consensual groping to the attempted rape of minors. Spacey responded to Rapp's allegations with a muddled apology note in which he came out as gay.
Right.
I'll remember.
I said I am gay.
He said, if I
Why
did,
would that matter?
Hold on. If I did behave then, as he describes, I owe him the sincerest apology for what would have been deeply inappropriate, drunken behavior. And I am sorry for the feelings he describes, having carried with him all these years.
I'm sorry he was offended by my dick.
Yeah. Spacey was dropped by his talent agency, publicist, fired from House of Cards, scrubbed from film projects. A representative told Variety he was seeking evaluation and treatment.
Has he done anything
he was doing
since
some
this?
reflecting.
Going out to those places.
He's
with
got a
horses
movie coming
and-
out now.
Does
Okay.
he?
Actually, first one, yeah.
Well, didn't he win
Ironic. His
something?
movie's coming out too.
What's that?
How ironic. His movie's coming out too.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, what did he win something for? I thought. Didn't he
Lifetime achievement.
Oh.
For the shit he did before the raping.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Or while he was doing the raping, but we didn't know about
right,
the raping.
exactly.
Was it
For
for the raping or was it for the movies?
No, the movies, not the
Okay.
raping. He did not get any awards for the raping.
Right?
Right up there with Michael
Pedo of
Jackson, my
America.
man.
Yeah, if I didn't make
Gave
that
him a
clear, I
lifetime raper
apologize.
achievement.
Yeah, he's been given no awards for the raping.
Not yet. I mean,
Yeah.
it's early.
Fingers crossed.
It's early.
The way society's going, it won't be long. Map of the year
exactly,
goes to.
right?
He was just a map before they were maps, Spacey's trial was focused on Rapp's claims
That's what he did. He
of
fucked
battery.
up. Said he was gay. He should have said he was a map.
Rapp was seeking $40 million. So
Okay.
he didn't get blown. He just got, kind of cuddled and dragged into the bedroom and all that. $40 million seems a bit steep.
Yeah, right. Didn't even come.
Just saying.
Didn't even make Spacey come.
No.
That's not $40 million worth.
Spacey's denied Rapp's allegations. The actor also expressed
No, stop.
regret
Don't.
over his public apology in 2017, saying his publicist encouraged him to make the statement, "I've learned a lesson, which is never apologize for something you didn't do. I regret my entire statement." Probably even the I'm gay part.
Oh, yeah.
The case was dismissed after a jury ruled that Spacey was not liable for battery. So that's number one.
All right, so that went to court and was dismissed.
Yeah.
Okay, no, that's
Probably-
important information. Still important information.
Well, it was probably going to go away anyways just because of the statute of limitations.
Understood. I'm
on a
just
lot of
saying
these.
that people heard the story and he did not get in trouble.
So he appeared twice in court in London where he pled not guilty to multiple sex assault charges he's facing there. Offenses which include 4 charges of sex assault against 3 men and 1 charge of causing a person to non-consensually engage in penetrative sexual activity. Hold on.
Wait.
Hold on. Wait.
Yeah, could you?
How does a person something that caused a person to non-consensually engage in penetrative sexual activity?
I mean, isn't that just rape?
Yeah,
Isn't that
but
the definition of rape? Non-consensual
Well,
penetration.
something would like a Cosby situation, man. Something that a pill might cause someone.
No, but they
to
would have
give
said
into.
I would
But
have
that's
been
still rape.
drugged, though. That's still,
It's still rape.
But something-
Non-consensual penetration.
But it said something caused a non-consensual.
Yeah,
right?
Spacey.
right?
A sexual assault against 3 men and 1 charge of causing a person to non-consensually engage in penetrative sexual
That
activity.
just sounds like a lot of words for rape.
Right, does.
Or what if Spacey got the guy hard and then stuck his panus in his own can, in his own buttocks? And it's like, I don't want to be
But I didn't
doing
mean
this,
to be in your butt.
but you are in my butt and you're going to finish now.
Hey,
and
well,
it's
actually,
like, I'm not consenting to this.
For the record, I think oral is penetration.
Yeah.
So technically, if he was jerking him off and then jumped in there real quick and fucking took him balls deep,
Yeah.
he
That's
didn't
penetrative.
consent to that.
Yeah, but
Maybe.
if you're fondling the bag and the shaft,
Yeah,
I
but that's
think
still not penetrating. I mean,
Wait.
you could go finger in the butt. That would be penetrating.
wait,
But if you're just
hold on,
stroking and
hold on.
diddling and fondling a
So
bag,
you're telling me anytime a chick has fondled my bag and played with my shaft and then went down on it, if I didn't go, you may now go down on it.
I think
At that point, I could go, I didn't consent to this.
well, not
Those are definitely two different things, but
Why? If he's getting his bag fondled.
because in that situation, you're
because
you
that is
already
what
knew-
you wanted,
right?
And if you didn't want it,
What if Spacey thought this is what he wanted?
well, it doesn't matter.
But they don't even.
What if
You're
you thought she
fixating on
wanted
the
to be raped?
penetration. He might not have even been into any of this. You're just assuming
She
that
was giving me super rapey vibes. I thought that's what she wanted. I was just doing what I thought she wanted.
Maybe the whole thing is just, yes, if they're finding fancy ways to say rape, otherwise they're just going to get confused and muddle up with
Maybe this
30
is his
other
publicist working magic.
So I've just never heard.
All right, we're not going to agree to the rape charge. What we will agree to
is causing a person to non-consensually engage in penetrative sexual activity.
That's all. That's the more I think about it, that's what this
Okay.
is, dude. This is a publicist's dream wording.
I just
doesn't
wrote
say rape.
Hold on. What? I didn't know what that meant. So,
He forced rape.
All right. Here's what we know so far. So you got the 14-year-old, you've got that one. An anonymous artist told Vulture, I'm assuming that's a magazine, Vulture, that Spacey pursued a sexual relationship with him in 1983 when he was 14. Spacey was 24. The artist met Spacey when he was 12 years old and an acting student, and Spacey was a guest teacher. He alleged he and Spacey had sex a handful of times in New York. He was telling me that there were producers who were really interested in me as an actor, and he wanted to get me auditions. He hadn't seen me act since I was 12. The artist said the relationship ended with an attempted rape. Spacey absolutely denies all of these claims.
All right. So they're getting at it, and then he tries to.
So he admits to sex multiple times.
Right. And then, well, I mean, hey, just because you hit it once doesn't mean it's a free pass forever.
Yeah, but if you hit it multiple times,
But
But if he's promising him these producers are
that's
interested
just
in
it.
you,
No,
Yeah,
and then it keeps
he didn't get any
getting
gigs
drug
out of it.
along,
Yes.
and then finally you're
I
like,
was,
dude,
I was taking
no.
that dick for the gig. I was taking it for the team, and I
then
never
finally
got the
says no,
gig.
right?
So now,
so let's take rape
that's
off the table in just for the sake of this part of the conversation, because he's 14. This is rape of a minor.
Yep.
Okay. But if they're having consensual sex, let's just, for the sake of the discussion, okay, they're having consensual sex between two people.
kind of
No,
Weinstein.
no.
No,
but the point
I'm just saying though that so if he's saying we had sex all these times and it was consensual, take the rape out of it. I understand he was a child, so he's not able.
No,
to
there's still
consent.
rape possible.
No, of course there is, and it was rape. I'm just saying he's agreeing to have sex with him multiple
We're
times.
gonna take the
We're just gonna-
statutory part out of it. Let's just
the
say
legal part of it out for the
Okay.
sake of it.
let's say he happened to be 18 at the time.
Okay, I get what you're
So they were
saying.
having sex and they're doing that,
And
then
we're
fast
fine.
forward to
So is there a law saying you can't lie to someone to get sex? Because that, hold on, E, let me
don't
finish.
I still-
He's I think that's what's going on here. Is like
Jesus would be in
producers.
prison.
Hold on, I'll let you speak.
Okay.
Producers are really interested in you. He keeps plowing this kid, and this kid's probably young and dumb and thinking, well, I keep taking it in the ass like I don't want to, but I'm going to get my big break finally.
eventually.
Is there anything legally wrong with
No, but
lying to a
what could have
kid like
happened
that?
is he keeps stringing him along, and then finally he's like, dude, is anything going to happen here?
Yeah.
I'm done with this. And he says, well, I'm going to keep fucking you anyway. Like, he could have raped him at one point
Yeah,
once
of
the
course.
kid, but you didn't seem to go to that line.
You didn't let me finish.
I don't
haven't
think-
finished.
Okay.
Yes, I was trying to get this into 3 parts.
Okay.
The fact that he's underage, yes, I understand that's rape of a minor.
And he gave up
Consensual
the ass,
sex,
he gave up
the ass voluntarily, and then we'll get to the rapey part
Okay.
when he didn't want to have consensual sex anymore.
Do we have-
But you wouldn't let me get there.
Details on this?
Well, I don't know how many. Let's see.
Well, I mean, I'm just curious of what.
no,
that
that's
mean, like,
that's all I have.
I mean,
for
did he
that.
really like hold him down and try and shove his dick in his butt? Is that what we're talking about, or is it like?
He said the relationship ended with an attempted rape.
Okay.
So
That
he
sounds-
attempted to rape the kid.
Sounds
The
like a
kid
jilted
punched
lover,
him.
but I don't know.
Yeah.
He wanted to have sex, and I said no.
Here's what I think's going on.
He's very
too.
aggressive.
I think Kevin Spacey is a fucking lush. You're going to see a reoccurring theme in
Yeah.
all of these stories.
Drunk.
The guy's hammered at the bar all the time.
Yep.
All the time. Not that that excuses anything, but you could see him being more aggressive with someone who he's used to having sex with, and then the kid's like, "Fuck out of here, you sloppy drunk! You haven't got."
Shut up, Bobby. One more time.
Yeah.
Well, I
just
wonder,
for-
dude,
The old days.
You're talking a time when obviously, being gay wasn't just out there, wasn't like something where, and so he's this actor, he's a drunk.
Well,
and he's
let's
just, you
see
know what I mean?
how-
It's kind of like, I don't know if there's some self-hate shit going on there to me, but.
So you're talking about so Spacey was 24 at the time. He's 63 now. So you're talking about 40 years ago,
Yeah.
close to.
Yeah.
So that, it would have been a different time. I mean, not that that was ever cool, but
I don't know when the newest allegations are. I would say personally, I wouldn't. He's never, I wouldn't give a fuck if these were true. It would.
So statutory limitations doesn't run out on rape? Is that one of the ones that
it does?
Murder and rape are those the ones that carry on?
yeah, they need to change that probably. Grandfather in everybody that got raped before when it wasn't, when statute of limitations
Look at that
mattered.
up. What qualifies under statute of
Well, doesn't it change everywhere though? It's not
I think
even
it's
the same.
it's different in each state.
is it a state thing?
And in California, they'll never want to do it because, dude, this is the MO, the casting couch.
Right,
The famous casting couch. This is what that industry was built on. I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah.
Men were in charge of it, and they were using that to fuck chicks way out of their league.
Totally.
For
It's just a matter if they
eons.
wanted chicks or they wanted dicks.
Yeah.
They were going to get it either way.
And think about something you've wanted more than anything. I don't care. Imagine if there was a casting couch to play in the NFL. You know, how many guys that were close to being good enough are like,
right.
I just got to blow this coach and I'm starting
Right?
on a
I can get off the
fucking-
practice squad.
Right.
Dude, there's guys that would do it.
Probably,
There
I'm
just
sure.
fucking are. Think about something you've dreamt of your
Carl
whole
Nassib.
life.
And they wouldn't be proud of it. They wouldn't want to tell people they did it, right? But they would.
Yeah, or
Like, they would hide it, and they'd fucking kind of just.
you got to think. Most people don't like what they do for a living, right? Most people hate going to work. They
Right.
work a 9 to 5 and they don't like working. For a lucky few people, they get to do what's their dream job, and it's not really work. That could be being on TV, being in movies,
Being a
playing a
producer.
sport, being a producer, whatever. But if it's like you are this close, and it's like all I got to do is take a load in the face from this fucking creep, and then I get to live out my dream. Like you think, and I don't know if Uma Thurman was one of them, but it sounds like some of those people in the Weinstein orbit were like.
yeah.
It's like, well, I know you fucked that fat creep ogre, but you were in Pulp Fiction.
Yeah,
you know?
but it paid off. I mean, hey,
You're a
short-term pain for
superstar
long-term
now.
gain. Am I right?
I hate to say that for Uma Thurman. If she wasn't, I apologize. But, it would be very hard for someone like me that's, not an artist, but wanted to be in the creative
Yep.
field. Like, I can imagine it would there.
And that's
there
a weird
really
thing because it's
isn't-
the influence. It's not like a physical rape, like held him down and just
Right.
fucking raped you.
Right.
It was a mind rape. Was like, hey, this is it.
How much do you want it?
This is it. This is your deal. You can have it for this. You can have it for not. A little quid pro quo.
Yeah. And if
And,
you don't want it, someone else
that's
will do
fine.
it. There's a line down the block, kid.
you can go, and my secretary will call the next
You know what?
person in.
I would say, and I know this is obvious. What
E,
really
would you have blown someone in that office to get into the Drew and Mike show?
I mean,
I think you missed an
but it would have
opportunity
to
there,
been.
buddy.
It would have to be a pay. It wouldn't. It couldn't have been for the internship. It had to been a paid. You're talking.
It might
after-
have been for the internship
At the
dude.
time?
You were pretty fucking
Yeah, pretty
gung-ho.
close. I don't know if I would have.
Hand job? Would you have?
Yeah,
would you have jerked off
probably.
Fellhauer?
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
Yeah, I don't know. A blow job would be a little rough.
And you would have sucked at it.
That would
anyways.
go
It would have
from
been a
like from
terrible
an intern
blowjob.
to a paid position.
Yeah, I think for a
and you
paid
definitely would've
position, a
gagged.
blowjob would have been
Okay,
on the table.
for advancement.
Yeah,
then.
right, exactly.
Yeah, I
Handy
would-
to get it in the door,
Blowjob to
blowy
stay
to
there.
fucking to move up.
And you're sitting on Clark's cock if you want some real
Well,
airtime.
actually,
I
famously,
want to be on the mic. I want to be on the mic. I want to say something.
Yeah, bitch, you're on the mic. You're on the mic. Stay on the mic.
Well, Mike, you should talk. You were the one that
no,
won.
no,
You won the sex.
I did,
tournament.
yeah.
There was a tournament they made me do at one point to decide. Out of the whole show, I did NCAA style bracket.
Oh, yeah? Of
And
who
Mike
you'd
won
bang?
the entire
Of
thing.
who he'd fuck.
There wasn't a chick anywhere on that fucking
Not on the
bracket?
bracket.
No, that wouldn't
Of course,
be-
they wouldn't.
Okay,
have
it's
fun
just-
with that?
I was just asking.
You think
for
they're going to give me a
clarification.
chick on the bracket?
Maybe she was a house. I don't know. I was just
there were a
asking.
few of
Maybe your
those.
mom was on there. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I won. Like
Good,
in a
attaboy.
landslide, too.
Attaboy.
Ran away with it. Yeah, I was very proud of that.
You guys want a minute?
With nothing. But
No, I didn't want to take him up on it, but it was just nice.
Flattering.
knowing-
Yeah.
it was very flattering. I felt
exactly.
it.
Looking around
I don't know if
going,
I've ever thanked you,
you
for
guys
that
all-
either.
it's all right.
You guys all know what the fuck just happened here.
Right.
So there's another guy. An anonymous accuser told the BBC in 1985 when he was 17, Spacey was in his mid-20s. He woke up to Spacey lying on top of him.
Spacey does not have a BBC.
No, he's not. But he told the BBC.
Oh.
Not about a big black cock. So he wakes up with Spacey lying on top of him. The accuser said he met Spacey at a summer theater The two exchanged letters before Spacey invited him to spend the weekend in New York. Sounds lovely so far.
Yeah. So I think we just established the time frame on this.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Pre-1990.
Yeah,
That is true.
1985.
I mean, it's,
So Spacey allegedly put a hand on
They
the
were
accuser's
pen pals.
thigh and became touchy in a way I certainly wasn't interested in. One night, the accuser said Spacey asked him to share the bed. The accuser declined, sleeping on the sofa instead. He woke up. Spacey was on top of him in his underwear. Hilarious.
Yeah, right?
Not right.
No.
But
No. But again, I mean,
the non-consensual penetrative sex sounds worse.
It's out of line, but like, where push comes to shove, you're just gonna knock Spacey the fuck out. Like,
Yeah.
Right. Like you're not like
No,
your
I
tidy
agree.
whities are not gonna get in me.
But you notice they're all actors or wannabe
Of course.
in the
well, that's,
Well,
who
that's
he's
also
gonna
his
prey on.
orbit too. I mean, that's
Well,
also exactly.
right. But he's using that. These people are going to his. Imagine in the 80s, the influence he would
Right.
have.
Why is he spending the night again?
And because he
Well, this
invited
one-
him, they were pen pals, and he invited him to New York City to whatever.
Oh,
you know,
okay, yeah.
They were
Yeah,
friends. But you got to remember,
Pen
too.
is pal.
You got to remember, if you're keeping this in context of the times, this is long before any asswipe could do a podcast or start a YouTube channel with your show that you're producing with an iPhone. If you wanted to get into movies,
yeah.
you better fucking
There
know
was
someone.
very few channels.
Very, very few.
That's why Weinstein had the key to the kingdom.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So in 1985, Kevin Spacey invites you to his, Upper Manhattan fucking townhouse or whatever.
Yeah, you fucking gag on it.
Yeah, you
You
gag
want
on
it, you go.
You sit on it and you shut up. Hey. so yeah, he's just laying on top of him in his underwear. Not appropriate. Kids don't try that. But you're trying to lump yourself in with the 30 dudes accusing
Yeah.
of rapey and stuff. Where do we land on that one?
Well,
I think we've all done that move with chicks,
Yeah, I have.
right? Just kind of snuggle up in there.
Yep, just kind of.
Yeah. Here comes Big Spoon.
All
Oop,
I would say
Spork.
is that you're right. Technically, yes, this is not as bad as those, but it does go into just this is this dude's thing.
It's
That's the
there's
only thing I
definitely
would
a
say.
theme
Like,
here.
you're right. This is not as bad as what was that again? I can't believe that wording. The fucking
Non-consensual penetrative sex.
but he
That one?
forced. Well, not he forced. It was like he.
He
It was such a
what
great
was it?
wording.
Yeah,
dude.
he caused.
caused,
Yes,
non-consensual.
and he did. He caused that. He
Right?
caused that.
I made him all
There's-
hard, and then I just jumped on it.
Yeah. We got a chick now, Kate Edwards, and Spacey pressured her to have sex with him when she was 17. I
Why?
don't know how old. Yeah, this is back in 1986. He was on a real roll there in the 80s.
Yeah, just
She was an assistant on a production of Long Day's Journey into Night that starred Spacey. I don't even remember that movie.
probably one of those like lesbian haircuts.
Yeah.
Real dude-looking chick.
Real dude.
Yeah.
He didn't even know she was a girl.
I'm not into chicks, but you turned me the fuck on.
Spacey invited her to a birthday party in his flat. When she arrived, flat was empty.
Of
Nice
course.
move. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a good move. The pair kissed.
Here's your
before-
present. I'm not going to wrap it.
Did you give me a dick in a box? So Spacey allegedly escalated the situation. I want to go home and change. I felt pressured, and it became clear his intention was to have sex with me. He became cold and was just like, "Yeah, find your own way home."
Yeah, fuck
Slaps
off.
it to her
Oh,
face.
you're not into
Yeah.
it? Goodbye.
Yeah, I'm hardly into it either.
I'm not even
Beat
calling you a
it.
cab.
Just
Whore.
What taking the obvious, absolute horrendousness of it. What a nice life that must be able to be. You're just kind of like this guy,
Yeah.
this celebrity, and most of the time it works.
Yeah.
and then you
Yeah.
just get
Once in
there,
a while,
like,
it fucking
oh, you're
blows
not
up in your face. Pick off.
Like I'm sitting there over here, fucking rubbing pennies.
Door's not
together,
even
just
shut
like,
on the phone.
praying.
Or, well, what year was this? Door's not even
86.
shut. Penning a letter.
Yeah.
Dear Jim, what are you doing next weekend?
it's just it's crazy because she's a production assistant on the movie he's starring in. Like,
Right.
what is that next day at the set like? I mean, I know he's a big star, but
Well, it depends
it's
on how
hard.
it goes. It
Imagine,
could be really good.
Imagine you
Blow her back out, you know.
Imagine you at work though. No, but if you don't go through with it, now you're like, find your
Oh,
own
yeah.
way home and slam the door. Imagine Bill at work, another electrician,
Yeah.
tries to give you a handy, and you're like, fuck off, and he's like, oh, fine. Like, wouldn't that be weird?
There's
the
a
next
big
day
difference
he
between
goes?
being the star of the movie and a PA.
Yeah.
I'm
No, I
surprised
know.
she wasn't
That's-
fired the next day.
Right, she probably was.
Yep.
So just
Reassigned.
But Mike, to your kind of to your kind of point there, but like, okay, so she's fired the next day. But this dude, you're just such a big enough star.
Yeah.
You don't have no concern what happens the next day.
Nope.
Hey, oh, you're a PA? You're not gonna fuck me? Find your own
Make
way
the
home.
next one a young boy,
Maybe
please.
you call somebody back then. Not even really
and
cell
the
phones,
truth
but
is,
like,
obviously he's starring in films that their box office is big enough
Mm-hmm.
to justify, like, we're all getting new jobs, we're keeping our careers going based on the success that this star of the movie had.
Yep.
Right.
So he wants to act like a fucking petulant child. He wants to get rapey and touchy with half the fucking crew. Like, we'll fire half the crew. They're making $8 an hour back then, and he's the millionaire calling all the shots, and he's taking these creeps that take full advantage of that position.
Like, what is-
I honestly never, ever took advantage of the Drew and Mike show position. I didn't, not saying I didn't get laid, but I never like promised anyone
Right,
something.
right.
I'd get you on the show. I'll get you an internship. Like, never. I never even crossed my mind.
like that night, how that goes. Like, he find your own way home, and him just knowing that he can just go back the next day. I mean, whether he's gonna walk in and be like, PA Jonah, yeah, she's gotta go.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's just like,
Fire her.
like he doesn't give a fuck.
Why?
It's just like, don't even worry about it.
Doesn't matter.
I'm the
Spacey.
talent.
Yeah.
Fire. And it's just kind of like, okay, guys, where are we at today?
I am the Dan. I am the one who knocks.
Let's see here. Justin Dawes told BuzzFeed Spacey made sexual advances in 1988. Dawes is 16. Spacey was 29. Spacey invited Dawes, then a high school junior, interested in...
Acting.
Oh, how did you know? I
Not
didn't
grocery
even say
store or like car salesman or
that. No,
something.
no, he was actually interested in acting.
Attended
Yeah.
one of his workshops, perhaps.
So
Personal workshops.
he brings this high school junior interested in acting and a male friend to his apartment in New Haven, Connecticut, under the guise of watching Chinatown. We're just gonna watch a movie.
Take you down to Chinatown.
He wasn't in this movie, was he? By any chance? Or like he wasn't making them watch a movie he was in, was he?
Oh,
Or-
I don't know.
No,
I don't
okay.
think so. I think they were just
Okay, because
watching
that would be fucking hilarious. It'd be like what Kobe Bryant making girls watch his highlights or whatever.
So you think you're going to Kevin Spacey's house to watch Chinatown. Instead, you get there, he starts giving you cocktails,
Yep. Saucing you up, right?
and he starts playing gay porn.
So good so far.
Oh.
Yeah, it would suck.
Right?
That part kind of sucks, but
I said Chinatown, not Chinatown.
Think about it. What year you say this was? 88?
86.
So,
88.
like,
No, 88.
you're talking
you're
like
right.
VHS. Like
I
he
know.
has to
You
pull out some
throw a beta in there.
It's not
A
even like
laser disc porn.
right. Well, it's not even like you could just throw on your smart TV and it's UJIS or something. I mean, he has to get out a VHS.
Yeah, like watch the credits roll in the beginning and shit.
fast forward.
or you see what scene Spacey came to the day before. You got to rewind it now.
Right.
So, but he doesn't say whether it was gay porn. We're making that assumption. It
Oh,
could
I
have been
thought it
lesbian
said-
porn.
Oh, you just said porn.
No, guy on
says
guy.
gay
It says
porn.
gay porn,
Yeah.
which could be technically lesbian.
It's not lesbian.
You know what's
porn.
funny?
I know,
I've always
I
said
know.
that. Is that why is it gay and lesbian?
Because we all know what gay means.
Apparently, right. So it's not. So lesbians
We
aren't
all
gay.
know.
But, guys are gay.
That's a good
they say
point.
gay and lesbian. Glad, right? I mean, that's
Yeah.
they separate the two.
Yeah.
Why?
So gay. Well, because gay is fucking dudes.
What's the difference between guys and girls, though?
Gays
There
and
is
lesbian.
No, but there is no
Oh.
difference, really. I mean,
Oh, don't go down there. Edie. Don't try
Troy,
and
what
bait
is
this.
a woman? Can you define a woman?
Yeah.
He knew I was in high school. It's pretty clear. So we're just trying to figure out if Dawes has a claim here. That's all.
Right.
So at this point, he's giving him some cocktails. I think he's a hero for that.
Sure.
Made him watch a little gay porn. That sucks, but it offsets.
Just
the
happened to be on the
cocktails.
background. Oh, is that thing still on? I'm sorry.
One of them is what's up? Oh, sorry.
It was. I was in
else.
high school. It was pretty clear, said Dawes, who left with his friend and qualified that the situation felt sleazy and manipulative, but not intimidating or pushy.
Okay.
All right. So he made you watch a little gay
Yeah.
porn.
So he threw it out there.
Yeah.
That's it.
Exactly.
That's it.
I threw it out there if the guys,
Right?
if I
Didn't
noticed that
say
both
take out his dick and say gag on it.
yeah, or if,
Put
or
it out
if-
there. Realize the vibe wasn't there.
So real quick, when is the? I know you had a list there, and you trying to joke. They're all back in the day. There's nothing recent.
Yeah, there's some.
Okay, like what's the most recent one?
Well, I've got one here in '92. I've got looks like some in 07,
That's recent.
Okay,
2007,
07.
Okay, there we
Okay,
go.
and maybe 15. But we're getting there. So we're just going in a timeline. The problem is none of these accusations really came out until the first guy broke down the wall.
Yeah, sure.
Tony Rapp really fucked everybody.
Yeah.
And now all these people are coming out in 2018. Well, the
Yeah.
statute of limitations is gone.
Well, you know, I think there is a stigma too of the guy thing.
Yeah.
Too of like I'm
Yeah.
not going to go admit, especially a little bitch like fucking Kevin Spacey. Like, you're going to go to the cops and say he tried to rape you, and they're going to be like, that guy? What? Why didn't you stop him?
And Mike pointed that out earlier, and that is right. I agree with it. I think it can still happen, but I do think you're right. You would feel
and there's there's obviously very different levels of rape.
Yes, I would say
Right. It's not fucking.
the penetration would be definitely up there.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Yeah, knife to your throat and fucking
Actual
throwing
penetration
a dick in
is
ya.
a little-
but I mean, there's rape, and then there's rapey kind of stuff.
Yeah. Well, tell me what you think about this one. So far, what are we? 3 out of 4 we think are highly inappropriate. And one of them, it's like, oh, Dawes, get over it. You watched a little gay porn, you'll live.
Yeah. But
know.
It's just like I
so
said,
wait, Dawes actually has a charge in this?
Yeah, he was part of one of the something.
Nah, that's
well,
not good.
maybe not. He's
That's just a
he
statement?
just told his story to BuzzFeed. They were
Okay.
probably compiling everyone's accusations.
Well, then how would they know about it
what?
if he didn't come forward?
well, he's just probably at one point like everything's
Yeah, I
coming
don't
out. If
know.
everything's
One
coming
in his
out, then
15
you're like
minutes, perhaps?
maybe.
Yeah, probably.
Where's the class action suit? Put me on it.
Hold on, let's get through. Do you remember the movie Albino Alligator? Anyone?
I don't.
I don't either. So anyway, this
And
guy.
they can't all be winners, right?
Nope.
Some you got to pay the bills here.
Unless you do Tom Cruise. Look at his IMDb. Literally all winners. So Alabama,
I could find a turd, I'm sure.
good luck. It's hard.
Didn't
It's
Vanilla
hard. There-
Sky suck or something? I don't
No.
know.
Don't easy.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
hold on.
And it certainly wouldn't go down as like albino alligator.
I know.
Right?
Okay,
Isn't he like the sex guy in fucking Vanilla Sky?
I'm honestly joking.
Yeah.
I never even knew
Suck
anything
my
about it.
fucking cock. Whatever.
Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
there's
like-
some great lines in that.
Yeah, there's some great
Okay.
lines. Yeah.
It's been a long time since I've seen it. But
Eyes Wide Shut.
so this guy says in 1992, he was a junior crew member, 22 years old. This is 95, I'm sorry, when he was a 22-year-old junior crew member on Albino Alligator.
I was 22 in 95.
So he sat beside him on the set one of the last days of filming, and he put his hand on my thigh and moved it towards my inner thigh. I was getting the attention of the most powerful person on the movie set, and I wanted to work in Hollywood.
There you go.
But it was an interest that made me feel totally uneasy, uncomfortable, confused. I felt harassed, sexually harassed.
If it would have been the female lead, would he have felt the same way?
No, probably not.
No.
No.
If who of the time?
So he would have
Kirstie
just.
Alley?
He would have just.
would have come in and started rubbing on the thigh.
Yeah, 1995. Yeah, that would have been nice.
Yeah, in there.
Yeah. Mark Ebenhock, military advisor on Spacey's 1995 film Outbreak,
Oh, you might have misread that room.
claims Spacey referred to the young male assistants on set as his harem. People say inappropriate shit all the time. I don't know. Yeah, I need more than that.
Well, I'm just saying. How many strikes does it take to?
Yeah. We're getting there. He said that he heard that one of Spacey's assistants once asked him to come to his trailer and flat out engage in a sexual act with Spacey. So he's asking the military guy to come back and blow him.
Hey, you want to come back and suck my dick?
He says Ebenhock said he declined. The incident blew me away.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, nice choice of words, Ebenhock. His name rhymes with cock.
Yeah. I don't want to say what he asked me for, but the event it blew me away.
Blew me away. It would have blown you away too, I can tell. And a journalist who interviewed Spacey for a London magazine in the early aughts said that Spacey groped him at a club that they went to after the interview. Okay, what are you doing going to the fucking club with your interview subject?
Right? Is this one of the gay bars where everybody's just all fucking nut to butt and everybody's just all handsy and shit?
I don't know.
We
Well-
need more information. That's all I'm saying.
He said he just kept reaching between my legs and, just grabbing my dick. He said Spacey started screaming at me with fury because I didn't want to fuck him. He was actually saying that I did want to fuck him and I was a coward. That was his tactic. It was
I know you
unbelievable.
want to. You're just afraid.
and this was
you
the
pussy.
part of the newer ones, right?
That's some reverse psychology bullshit right there.
I don't. It doesn't say
Because
it.
you said the aughts, I thought you said. So I thought that was.
Oh yeah, early aughts.
So that's my point. Like I remember because I remember when
but
we
even
talked about
that's
it.
20 years ago.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it seems like he started. Doesn't it? If I remember,
But what is
right,
he now?
more
70?
brazen.
He
What's
gets a little
fucking-
more mad,
like
a little
63.
more,
Yeah.
like. And I feel like because whenever these first came out back in the House of Card days.
Boy, oh
we were
boy.
talking about it, and that's what I remembered. Him like yelling at some dude.
Yeah.
About how he
This is like there's something weird about these gay dudes, and I guess you don't have to be gay, but we've seen this numerous times. Don Lemon comes to mind when he was. Remember when he vigorously? Then that was their words. Vigorously rubbed his cock and balls.
Gave him
and
the
then
gas face.
jammed it into the mustache of another guy at the bar and was like, you like pussy or you like cock, and was like, yeah, you want to fuck me.
Well, that
like this idea that they all want to.
I had this guy at a concert in Grand Rapids one time. It hasn't happened to me in a long time, I guess, luckily. But for a while, I went through a series. I went through a period where and I had this one guy at a concert in Grand Rapids one time, not only like thinking I was gay and not only like whatever, feeling it, but like getting mad. And I was just like, hey, man, I'm not trying to be a jerk, but I'm not gay. And
Thinking
like,
you're gay and you're just turning him down.
No, and he's full on yelling at me at the bar now. Like
He was pushy.
He's like, dude, you're fucking gay, and you just don't want to admit it. And I'm like, I don't know what to tell you, dude. And
He looked right into your goddamn soul. Lee.
yeah, I guess.
Is it worse having to deal with a pushy mo? Like
It
that.
wasn't that
seems
fun.
like it'd be
I didn't
really.
feel. What I didn't like it is because it feels like it's like I'm just saying I'm not gay. That's all.
Yeah.
We can talk still. We can have
Yeah,
whatever.
right? I'll buy you a beer.
And then people
just-
are around me and you're yelling at me because like, dude, you're gay and you're just not telling people. You're not comfortable with it yet. And I'm like, dude, I'm
the
just a guy.
nerve, man.
Right?
The-
See, that's where a guy gets knocked the fuck out, and then you get a hate crime.
Yeah.
For punching
Beating
a gay guy.
Like
right?
if anything, I'm asexual, but I'm not gay. Like,
No, I don't understand the move of like, thank you, but I'm not interested in going. Yeah, but you are.
Maybe there's some reverse psychology shit going on right there.
and I don't mind if it's a. It's
no, I know
joking.
what your mouth is saying, but I see what your dreams are telling
you
me.
really want to get with me. Like, I can't imagine saying that to a girl at a bar if she was like, thanks, but no thanks. I'd
Oh,
be
I
like,
pulled that line.
what?
Oh, I know you have to say that. I understand, but we know what the fuck's
I'd be
going on
horrified.
right
tail between the legs. I'm out. No way.
Favorite rejection ever. One time I was up at.
there. My favorite rejection.
No, but like, I was up at Mackinac at a bar. I was talking to this girl right near the end of the night. I'm like, and we were talking. It was whatever. She was
That's like
having
I'm going
fun.
to swing by the airport. Said no one ever.
Well, I just said like, hey man, or not man, but like, hey, could I get your number? She's like,
Ma'am.
no thanks. I'm like, okay, I can respect that.
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
walked away.
Easy,
Yeah.
in and out.
I just like,
Very respectful.
No, versus some story. She's just like,
All right, let me just blow.
Okay,
We've already
sorry.
gone late. No,
Okay.
that's
No.
okay. That's okay. I just want to blow
Ooh,
through
Kevin
the rest
Spacey.
of these to get through some of these last ones. So, filmmaker Tony Montana.
Oh, my God.
Spacey grabbed my whole package.
Say hello to my little friend.
Right? Isn't that Tony Montana?
Yeah, fuck yeah, it is.
Yeah. So filmmaker Tony Montana, he says, Kevin came up to me, put his arm around me. He was telling me to come with him to leave the bar. He put his hand on my crotch forcefully and grabbed my whole package.
Wow.
Spacey told him, this designates ownership. So he's got a hold of his cock and
Mine.
balls. Not
Mine.
bad. Not a terrible line.
Mine now.
If you're gonna grab someone's cock and balls, like, this designates ownership.
It's a wordy exchange. I think
think so?
I think you could streamline
Mine?
it. Just mine, I think.
Mine.
Strong.
I'm going to try that. Next time I go to a bar and I see a girl sitting there with nice titties, I'm just going to grab one, hold on to it, and go,
Yeah.
mine.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Yeah,
take this
what
one, you can
happens.
keep the other.
I think that will 100% work, and I encourage it. Please.
Yeah,
Can
I think I'm going to do it.
Can you let me know what night that's going to be? I might
Yeah,
not going to be
I'll
at that
call you.
bar.
I'll let everyone know. You guys can all meet me at the bar.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to go right onto a titty and just be like, mine, and see what happens.
Yeah.
What if she's like, ooh, you goddamn right it is.
listen.
And we walk out of there and E's just like,
I'm just saying.
I would be the level of pissed
can
that
you
I would
imagine
be.
how pissed you'd be if she was like,
I promise you that's
Damn
not
right
a
it is.
100% no move.
What's up?
I promise you it's not a 100% no move.
well, I
I
would.
bet you there's going to be a couple of titties that go.
Yeah.
But the problem is, it only if the very first. I mean,
Finally, a man
Right,
with some
somebody's gonna
balls.
take it.
Let's go.
You're right. It is yours.
Damn right it's yours.
Well, I'm gonna tell you. I feel like that has to be. You know, you have
Now,
to be
again,
an
yeah, that's
attractive
rape.
girl. You
Yeah,
can't go up to some cow
it's
and do
not
it. who's
rape,
really-
it's assault.
Okay, fair.
But I'm just saying, he has to. If you're gonna do it, it has to be. I don't want going up to some fucking girl who's just happy anyone's touching her.
Yeah.
And then be like, see, it worked, because I wouldn't go up to that girl. It has to be a girl I would be like, yeah, that's one I wish I would talk to.
Okay.
I've always said the difference between harassment and fucking flirting is how good looking you are. It's true as fuck.
Totally true.
Chris Nixon. He
Never
was
been accused of harassment.
Chris Nixon was a bartender. Claimed Spacey grabbed him a panoose during an after party. He met Spacey bartending near the Old Vic Theatre in London. And he said, I was sitting on a sofa with my then sort of girlfriend, and She got up to get a drink, and Kevin Spacey sat down next to me. He asked if that was my girlfriend, then reached over, grabbed my panous, and said, I could fuck you better than her. 2 weeks later, Spacey propositioned Nixon again, grabbing his waistband at the bar and offering to make it up to him. Norwegian, so, he gets a little touchy-feely.
He's
no
definitely
doubt about
handsy,
it.
yeah.
It's always at the bar, too. So he's probably
generally,
gotten
some
5-6
cocktails up in
drinks.
him.
Yeah. Writer Ari Bem says Spacey grabbed him by the balls at a Nobel Peace Prize concert. Nice place. He groped him at the after party in 2007. This guy's married to Princess Martha Louise. Said Spacey asked him to go out for a cigarette before reaching under the table and grabbing him by the balls. He said this guy declined, maybe later. And then the guy died of suicide a couple years later in 2019.
Well, he probably didn't hang himself.
Harry Dreyfus says...
Julia Louise, husband?
No, this is the son of Richard.
Is
Dick
it Richard?
Dreyfuss.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He said he was in the room with Dick Dreyfus and Kevin Spacey when Kevin Spacey started grabbing him, grabbing his cock.
In front of Dick?
And he said, my dad's in the fucking room. He said, the balls on this guy.
Yeah.
He said, I can't believe that he
pornos like that.
He knew he could fondle me in a room with my father, and I wouldn't say a word. He knew I wouldn't have the guts, and I didn't.
It's amazing to me that this guy has not been punched in the fucking mouth. I mean, just odds alone.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, just statistically speaking.
Yeah, you're right.
You grab enough dicks, you're going to get
Who don't
knocked the
want
fuck
it,
out.
especially who don't want it.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
But maybe he vets them. Maybe he knows. He's not just, grabbing,
Or he just knows they really want to be in the movies, or they're all at after parties.
Yeah, exactly. But still.
Yeah.
I just, I feel like...
and also, you get away with it long enough.
It's
and
like a game of Russian roulette.
Yeah.
Eventually, there's one in the chamber.
Yeah. What this guy, I still don't know what Kevin did wrong with this guy. So he remains anonymous. This is 2008. The guy's 23. He asked Spacey for help with his career. Okay, so he reaches out to Spacey.
I mean, that basically says, can I suck your dick?
Right. Spacey invites him to his home in South London. The man said the two smoked weed and then passed out. He woke up and Spacey's blowing him.
Okay. Yeah. Would that qualify as a roofie? I guess no. If you voluntarily smoke weed, I guess you're not. It doesn't qualify. But
I mean, he's a moron.
I mean, you're
sure.
passed out.
To me, like you just pass. You smoke so much to the point where you're just like, I guess
you pass out. You wake up and this
it could be
guy
drinking,
that's invited.
smoking. It could be 4 a.m. I don't know. I mean, listen.
Yeah, but you're there for help for your career.
Yeah,
I'm just
we
saying.
were bonding. We were watching Chinatown.
And, well, hell, they smoke a little bit. So Spacey gives you weed, invites you to his place in South London. Next thing you know, he's blowing you while you're sleeping. What's better than that? I mean, this is how you repay him. You go and blab all this shit.
What would you?
Ungrateful.
How would you go about that, Mike? Would you be cool with it?
Well, no, I wouldn't put myself in that situation.
Right. I mean, I
let's
wouldn't.
say you pass out.
I don't like weed.
Okay,
I wouldn't
well,
say
you get
anything for
shit-faced.
about 3 to 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But then I'd be really upset.
I'm so annoyed. There's a comic that does a bit about that where he's like, somehow it comes up to a guy his friend blowing him or some shit out of nowhere. Like he was just woke up and he's like, but it felt good. And he's like, dude, when this is done, we're going to have a serious conversation about this afterwards. After this situation, we got some talking to do.
Swallow it.
This one, we'll go out on this one because we've gone long, but we'll go out on this one. And there are a couple more, and some of them are rapey than others.
I would say overall he's a terrible person, would be my opinion. But
This one pissed me off, though. Daniel Beale, fuck off, Daniel Beale. He's a British bartender, and he said that in 2010, Spacey followed him outside on his cigarette break, flashes him his cock and balls, and then says, big, isn't it?
Okay. Yeah.
Dude, that's a great story to have.
That's not bad.
If I could find out that Kevin Spacey would walk down here right now, pull his cock and balls out, and they go, it's big, isn't it?
But that's what he's doing with it right now.
Wouldn't
He's
it
telling
be better
us the story.
if yeah, exactly. He's telling the story.
It's awesome. That, like, you're part of the assault claims?
No, I don't think he's doing
You feel
that.
like you were violated?
I think he's doing what you're saying. He's saying, hey, but I got a Kevin Spacey story. This is it.
But the flex there is to go,
I seem bigger.
Guess
pull
what?
it out, fucking swinging around big, isn't it?
Right.
It gets better. It
All
gets
right.
better. So not only does Kevin Spacey pull his cock and balls out and go, it's big, isn't it? Then they go back inside to the bar. Spacey gave him the watch he was wearing, and I realized it was to keep me quiet. Give a fuck what you.
Hush money.
He gave you a hilarious story, and then he gives you his own personal fucking watch.
Right.
This probably could be a $50,000 watch.
Sure.
What are you?
Wow,
bitching
that would
about?
be a timepiece, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
I would argue it probably was a timepiece, not a watch.
Daniel Beal needs to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, but he's doing what you would say these people should do. He's telling the story.
but he should end it with, "It was the
Indecent
greatest night
exposure.
of my life."
Yeah, right?
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
you came out, you
You know
saw
what I mean?
Spacey's dick and got a fucking timepiece
watch
out of it.
Timepiece. Thank you.
Oh my God.
yeah. I mean, it's more. I would say it still is more character witness to this dude. But
Well, yeah,
exactly.
obviously he's a creep. No doubt.
17 strikes equals an out, I think.
30
there.
strikes.
What,
but
what kind of
who's
baseball
counting?
you
Right? Because
play?
none of them stuck. I would like to say that new car inventory is growing, and when inventory grows, so do the savings. A full lot means a better selection, and better selection means dreamy deals. Best of all, when you visit our friends and OG sponsors at Zott, Ford, and Holly, you're going to get both. So if you bought out your lease in the past 2 years and there was nothing to choose from because the deal sucked, then today's your lucky day. There's no need to spend money on new brakes, tires, or maintenance. Just trade in that flaming turd and get $2,000 more than it appraised for when you purchase a new Ford Escape, Edge, or Explorer. It's Zott Ford. As a matter of fact, you can trade in almost any used car and get an extra $2,000 when you get a new whip. Whip! Need more deals? How about 0% financing? Yes, 0% financing on many new vehicles in stock at Zott. Plus, our boy Gabar and the team will toss in a Ford factory drive full tonneau cover at no charge on every new F-150
He'll be
you
tossing
buy.
in one, or he'll be tossing one.
When you buy or lease in the month of January,
Okay.
Clearly, an expanding inventory generates beautiful bargains, and you can check on them both when you go to dealsinthed.com.
Like an odd pause.
What? What do you mean?
Nothing.
Shit, I was looking for.
I know. I was, seemed appropriate at the after the hour gay fucking rape conversation. Throw a little tossed salad in there.
Hey, I would have got through it faster. You guys just wouldn't let me. You were just belaboring on these things about the gay sex. I couldn't move it.
Well, we could have let you read for 45 minutes. That's fine.
Exactly.
I thought we might interject here and there.
No. You wanted to hear more
I
and more
drove
about
here,
the
I
gay
guess.
sex.
I might as well talk about it.
Count 47. Bill from New Hampshire says,
I thought some of them were kind of funny. That's all. And I was trying to remember what the hell he did.
Yeah,
That's all.
a lot.
Yeah,
Some
I
of
went
it,
down
a
the
lot.
rabbit hole.
Yeah.
I would say
Yeah, there's
and-
Hey, but Hollywood's welcoming him back, or someone is, because he's got a
Lifetime
new movie
Achievement
coming
Award.
out. We should probably plug his new movie. We did talk about him a lot.
he would want that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It is coming out.
oh, I bet.
Yeah. Let's see, where the fuck was it? I don't know. Oh, it was part of that other story.
Son of a
Well, I'm not going to go see it anyways. Plus, he was saying he wasn't giving interviews to Americans. He's written.
Oh,
off
he's
American.
staying over there, is he?
Oh, because of his mistreatment.
Yeah, because he's been so falsely. He's been fingered by everybody.
Yeah, I think it's the. I think it might have to do with the warrants,
With him, with him,
extradition treaties, and such.
Yeah, but people in London have complained about it too. So it's
whether
not
you
just
believe
Americans.
in honestly, whether you believe in the right, whatever, whether you believe any of this stuff is bad enough, or they're just trying to get in the industry. For him, does he think
Control.
the idea that he would think all of these are just like, dude, you really. Come on, dude. Like, oh, I'm being so ostracized in America. I won't be doing interviews over there. Yeah, because you've been fucking completely misappropriated.
Oh, you mean they might ask you questions about the 30 people that have accused you credibly of inappropriate behavior?
Right.
Oh,
You
how
lost your
dare-
LA privileges.
How dare them? Or maybe that lovely video that you put, like, dude, things like that when you put out that Christmas video, like, that does not help your cause, my man.
Dude, you're talking about a sociopath.
You think
Someone
there's
who
like
doesn't
producers out there
have
going,
real feelings.
This is what I need in my next movie. Look at this man.
Right.
Yeah, it's
Thespian.
it's a behavior. It's a disorder of some level. I don't know what the technical term is, maybe, but he's someone that doesn't understand the perspective of a victim,
Right.
or
certainly not
it's-
care.
No, and is used to being treated a certain way and used to being
Yeah.
able to get away with murder. For the 30 that had the balls and the bravery to come forward, think there's probably hundreds
Oh, yeah.
that have a similar, maybe borderline story with Kevin Spacey, where there's probably hundreds of those.
The ones that actually took his cock that don't want
Yeah.
to admit it.
Yeah.
That's
these
a
are
great-
these
that
are
are
all
married-
these
that
are
are
all the
married
ones
with
that
kids
almost
now.
took his cock.
Yeah.
That's a good
All
point.
the ones that actually did are like, I ain't saying
Fuck it.
shit.
Yeah.
No.
Can you
Me
imagine
and my therapist.
Can you imagine being married with a couple kids now, and it's like you have this horrible butt fuck story with Kevin Spacey? You know,
Yeah.
and
How do you think I
fell
got this
for
house,
it.
babe?
Yeah, you fell for it because he promised to get you in touch with a producer. Like, no, you'd feel like an asshole.
Yeah.
Like
This is the
legit.
producer, and you're in touch with it.
Yeah. More in touch with it, deeper in touch with it. We'll go out on this one. RSS feed. Some people have been bitching about the RSS feed.
Yeah, it was brought up to the nerds. There's some investigation going on.
Yeah.
It's being looked into. There's some things going on behind the scenes that perhaps may have caused this.
Of course.
Oh yeah, but you were supposed to make a declaration.
Was I?
Yes.
From,
you admitted
who's
it.
that
You
from?
said
Yeah,
you said I'll do it. So
Yeah.
you're on the hook.
What's the declaration?
Yeah.
Declare something?
Just
Yeah.
say
I'll
something.
pass
It's just
this
a
on,
fan.
I said.
Gotcha.
So first off, we got one from Connor Bone Job Boner, porn star Connor Pablo, original E-hater.
Wait, what's porn star?
long-
Is that
I got
self-proclaimed? Or is that something I don't know
What was
about?
porn star Connor?
Is that something? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, back in the day, for sure. That was
Yeah.
his nick. I think that's what we used
Porn
to call
star?
himself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So, dear chick listeners, so take this up with him, not us. Don't shoot the messenger.
Not James.
Not James. I assume it is chick listeners, RSS feed, because the solution is so simple, no dude would have this problem. Chick brains are half the size of men's. It's science. The podcast is TDC Podcast. If you're looking for the show under the old Detroit Cast feed, it isn't there. Search TDC Podcast in your podcast player and hit subscribe. So I don't know
okay.
if that's true or not, but
is quite a-
there
Are
may have been
women's
a little
brains
bit more
have-
to it. There may have been a little more to it. There was something about
Here.
if you are.
read the top part.
Well, don't tell me what to do.
That is quite a proclamation.
This is from Nerd 1A. We'll say. I think an announcement that if someone isn't seeing the new episodes on the podcast apps, they should unsubscribe and resubscribe to the show. Not from the app,
plug and unplug and blow
just
it on
from
it.
the show. Exactly. Take it out, blow in it, put it back in.
Right.
Always works. Try it.
I like
How
it.
could you not? Do I need to keep going?
Yeah, I mean,
Well, no. It's just he says he's looking at it. He's seeing it everywhere. So it could be some weird glitch. Could be anything. But if you are having problems, try taking out, blowing it, and putting it back in. We're going to call that the Kevin Spacey.
and then it says, I'm going to add an RSS link on the website for those nerds who want that, but the old RSS URL is still active. I don't even know what that means.
Me either.
I'm just passing shit on.
Yep.
So
there does seem to be something going on. It has been addressed. One possible solution is if you are having an issue, unsubscribe from the show and resubscribe and
Yeah.
see if that works.
yeah.
Spacey it.
So we'll see with that. And if there's more problems, let us know. We definitely don't want you
course.
guys having trouble. So
Yeah.
we'll stay on it. The nerds
Certainly
will
we
stay on
can't
it.
fix it, but we'll try and
No.
find somebody that can.
No, we have nerds for that are very, very competent. So just let us know. We'll wrap it up there. We've gone long today, but we should have an exciting day tomorrow. The Woke
the E
Bay
effect.
is coming in tomorrow.
Yeah.
And we love the Woke Bay
With
with transgender woman
an
friend.
actual trans in the house.
For the first time that you know of, by the way.
Yeah, you've been here for years, E.
sure.
Right.
You know, we don't know how you identify.
That's true. You've never asked me.
So
Oh yeah. Exciting. Big day.
yeah, that should be exciting. I hear she's got a good sense of humor and she's fun and all
Okay.
that. So
and this is a MTF? Is that what we're talking?
male to female. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yep.
I believe so. We'll
Just
know more
I was just
tomorrow.
making sure you didn't misgender this person.
No. I wouldn't. I don't even have a name yet or anything like that. So I can't do much harm yet. Neither
Nope,
can you.
fair
So
enough.
That's good. But that'll be tomorrow. So we look forward to that. Have a great rest of the day, everybody. Feel free to send us questions, comments, whatever, walters@detroitcast.com. And we will see you tomorrow.